This is your boy Basement Boxing Talk coming to you live. I'm gonna get this intro played and we're gonna get the show started. Appreciate everybody for coming out.
He say, basement, boxing towel. You know I'm a warrior, right? Fuck that, I'm a champion. Basement, boxing towel. Left, right, jabbed in the hook. Better protect your jaw. 12 rounds if you can last. Better protect your fall. I got hits like Mayweather. You hit that round of applause. No question, the problem solved. Basement, boxing towel. Left, right, jabbed in the hook. Better protect your jaw. 12 rounds if you can last. Better protect your fall. I got hits like Mayweather. You hit that round of applause. No question, the problem solved. I'm feeling cocky. I hit a thing to beat the ring, a booth up like I'm Rocky. ASAP, any opponent think they can stop me. I stay strapped, chop tryna learn my moves so you can copy. You gotta give it your all. Gotta give it your all. When you're back against the wall. When you're back against the wall. When you the one people call. When you the one people call. To keep greatness involved. To keep greatness involved. Basement, boxer talk. Left, right, jabbed in the hook. Better protect your jaw. 12 rounds if you can last. Better protect your fall. I got hits like Mayweather. You hit that round of applause. No question, the problem solved. Basement, boxer talk. Left, right, jabbed in the hook. Better protect.
This your boy Basement Boxing Talk coming to you live. And I'm waiting to see if the guys come and join on the panel today. They might be busy. If not, we're gonna keep the show rolling. Let a few people get up in here. We got a wonderful show. We got big fight this weekend. Terence Crawford versus Shawn Porter. It's gonna be an exciting week. Exciting. Some exciting fights. We also talk about we're gonna talk about Bud Crawford, Shawn Porter. We're gonna talk about the undercard on Bud Crawford, Shawn Porter. We're gonna talk a little bit about Canelo and what Canelo went through, what he's going through, and the rumors on Canelo. We're gonna talk a little bit about the Demetrius Andrade fight that was last night, also too. Yeah, I'm gonna give people a little time to come on in. If not, I'm gonna start cooking. This is what we've been waiting for, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we have been waiting for. We have been waiting for this showdown for a long time. If you follow me on my show on the podcast right here on Basement Boxing Talk, you know that I've been pushing for a fight of this magnitude for Terence Crawford. Some people say I don't like Terence Crawford. It's not that I don't like Terence Crawford. It's just that I've been pushing and begging for these type of fights for Terence Crawford. And we finally get to see Terence Crawford in action with a well-known, respected welterweight ex-champion at the 147 welterweight division. Bruce Gold, salute, good brother. Salute, Bruce. Thanks for showing up, bro. Yeah, I know I usually do the show at 2. I got tied up a little bit. So I had to push it back to 2:30. Hopefully everybody got the memo. Yes, sir. We got the good fights this weekend, Bruce. Terence Crawford, Shawn Porter, Demetrius Andrade fought last night. Yes, sir. We gonna cook today. We gonna cook. I'm trying to see if the guys gonna join in on the panel. They might be busy. If so, we gonna still keep rocking, bro. We gonna still keep rocking. Man, we gonna talk about Canelo's next move. Did y'all guys see that? Canelo done put a move down already. It didn't even take long. Didn't take long. He said, fuck trying to see David Benavidez at the 168. Fuck Charlo trying to come up to 168 and seeing. This man has already played an escape route. We gonna cook. We gonna cook today. We gonna cook today. Oh man. Let me see what the good brother Brandon and Black Star at. Now we gonna get this show rolling. Yeah, Canelo. Canelo on pull the escape route. And then also too, we gonna talk about, man, what's all the ducking for? Where's all the ducking for? Guys claim to be champions, claim to want to be champions, but these guys are ducking. These guys came to be champions, and they ducking. Well, until people get to the people getting on the chat on the panel, and more people get in the chat, we're gonna start off with the fight last night. The Demetrius Andre. Wow. This is why I don't deal with the zone. This is why I don't deal with the zone. And this is the reason why Devin Haney should be kind of pissed off, because he's not getting the fights that he want. He finally got the JoJo Diaz fight that's coming up, but he's not getting the fights that he want. Nobody on the zone, only person on the zone that got the fights that they really wanted was Canelo. Canelo was able to go to the zone and get the fights that he wanted. Let's talk sports, y'all. What's good? Ah, man, because did you see the zone's undercard last night? The zone's cards. That's what got me. Let's talk sports. That's what got me. The zone, it be they undercards, they cards. And then the guy that they put Demetrius Andre in the ring with, bro. Man, they stopped him with a body shot, bro. Ah, man. That wasn't too hell of a body shot, too, either, man. What you got to say about that? Let's talk sports. That's my thing about it. The zone, they level of competition for their fights aren't compatible. They're not compatible. I'm not even saying that PBC has the best rated fights. But man, them zone fights, man, them be non-competition. You say you think I'm hating, bro? I ain't hating. I'm not hating. I'm not hating. Are you a fan of the zone? Listen to here. Okay, listen here. I'm not taking nothing away from Boo Boo and his win last night. I'm not taking nothing away from Boo Boo and his win last night. Hey, I just realized who the fuck I'm talking to. You need to jump on in here, man. You must be busy, man. Jump on in here, man. Hey, Boo Boo was on point, man. But hey, listen here, bro. Hey, he hit that guy to the man. Come on, man. The guy was laughing after the fight. The guy was laughing after the fight. He was laughing, man. He did one of them Eddie Hearn laughs. Yeah, he did one of them Eddie Hearn laughs. Shout out to Demetrius Andre, though. Hey. And then hold on, okay. This would kill me. Demetrius wanted he wanted Canelo so bad. Last night he congratulated Canelo. He didn't call Canelo out. He ain't call Canelo out. He didn't call Canelo out. He congratulated Canelo on this fight, on his win. He congratulated Canelo on moving up to 175. And this is Canelo's skate route. This is a skate route. Got this guy. Yes, sir.
Hey.
Yes, sir.
What it do?
What it do, man?
What it do? What it do? Stop hating on Boo Boo, man.
I ain't hating on Boo
Boo, man.
Hey, listen, I give Boo Boo his props, bro. But that guy was laughing after the fight, bro.
What guy was laughing after the fight?
What you mean what guy was laughing after the fight?
I mean, you talking about Quigley.
Man, listen, hey, that guy was laughing after the fight, bro.
Quigley got tapped up, bro.
Hey, if that's what you call it.
I call it that.
Hey, listen here. I want to see Boo Boo some real competition, man.
You want to see Boo Boo with what?
Fight some real competition.
But what? Okay. My question is, what did you really expect last night, though? You know what I mean?
I expected everything I got. I expected everything we got. I expected him to go in there and stop a motherfucker who I never heard of. And
I'm listening.
I didn't think the stoppage was gonna be so early.
You wanted more. You wanted more action.
I just wanted somebody to come in there and fight, man. Okay. I just wanted somebody to come in there and fight. That's all. That's all. And now it's really disappointing that Canelo pulling this move off.
Woo! Okay.
He pulling this move off. So now we can't even get Andre and Canelo. We can't get Benavidez and Canelo. That's what Benavidez is gonna have to do. Benavidez is gonna have to jump up to 75 and chase this motherfucker. That's what he gonna have to do. What's your thoughts?
I mean, here's the thing. Here's the thing with Benavidez. I think Benavidez and Charlo need to fight at 168. Why Charlo and Benavidez can't get? I mean, why Benavidez and Boo Boo can't get along? You called out Charlo. I get it. Charlo called you out first, but why not? Why not go to the next best thing? Boo Boo.
You think Benavidez and Boo Boo should get it out?
Yeah.
I don't think Boo Boo want that.
You don't think Boo Boo want that?
I don't think Boo Boo want that. Coach Sims, what's good, Coach?
Hey, how's it going? Boxing basement, aka Apostle. How y'all doing?
Hey, Coach. What's up, Coach?
I'm on my phone and I can't see. I mean, my phone is too small, and I'm wearing glasses and I still can't see these words. Wow.
Mike 202 said he feel like Quinley understood it was nothing he could do with Andre and decided to lay it down after the second knockdown. I feel you, Mike. That's exactly how I'm feeling. The guy came in there and the guy was smiling after the fight. I never seen a guy smile who stood up here and got stopped, bro. That guy was smiling after the fight, man. He was cool with that. Coach, did you get to catch the fights last night? What was your output on the fights?
Yeah, I saw the end of the fight. I didn't get to see the whole thing. I heard I dropped him in the first round, and I got to see the stoppage. But I've always thought that Andre is a very difficult guy to fight. Uh, he's um, he's different, and I think that he's a threat. He's a threat to anybody because uh, whoever fight him, whether you win or lose, you won't look good fighting him. And I think a lot of people are avoiding him.
Say it again, Coach. I ain't hear what you say that last part one more time.
I was saying that he's a very difficult guy, and he's a threat to everyone, and that's why a lot of people will not fight him. Uh, no matter what, you will not look good against him. No matter what.
Hey, Coach, I swear I'm hard of hand. Say that last part for me. Just one more time. I'm hard of hand. I need you to say it one more time.
I was saying that he's very difficult, and he's a threat to anybody. I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are. He'll make you. You won't look good against him, and this is why a lot of people stay away from him.
I know, Coach. I'm just being the internet troll for Basement Boxing Talk today. I'm just being a troll. I just wanted him for him to hear these words come out your mouth, man. Because I'm tired of the boo-boo slander. I need boo-boo to get his roses. Tired of the boo-boo slander, Basement.
Yeah, I mean, the people that don't fight him, they're very smart because it's a very difficult task in beating this guy because you can't look at tape on him and figure out what he's going to do. If you watch him, and this is what I noticed a long time ago as an amateur. He's an amateur. I was watching him, and somebody he threw a punch. Somebody threw a punch, and he defended one way. They did the same thing. Then he defended a whole totally different way. Then a third time they did it, and he defended a totally different than the other two. And I'm like, man, you don't know what this guy's gonna do. This guy's he does something different every time off of the same question that he gets. He answers it. He answers with something different, and it's difficult to time him and to gauge what he's gonna do. So I figured at that time that hey, it would be very hard for anybody to beat this kid.
It's gonna be hard for anybody to beat this kid. Where Coach go? Basement. Y'all still here?
I'm still here.
Basement, where you at? I think the boo-boo talk that made man leave his own show.
Mike 202, what's up?
What up, Mike 202? What up with you? What up with you? Listen, I think Boo Boo put on a great fight. I don't know what people expected. I think everything he said after the fight was spot on. Me personally, the only thing I don't like about Boo Boo is that he's on the zone. I don't like the zone situation. I mean, Eddie trying to say all the right things right now, but to me, you the same guy that was just sitting right beside Boo Boo Andre when another fighter told him he's a horrible fighter and he don't fight nobody. You was sitting right there. You was right there sitting beside the man that said it. So how last night you come on there, yeah, man, we where everybody go? Can y'all
Weird.
Okay. But now last night he in the ring, he calling out Jaime Muguia, he calling out Triple G. You know he gonna say something to Charlo. But I'm just saying, man, I just think that you the same dude that was sitting right beside Canelo when he said, you a horrible fighter. You a horrible fighter. You fight with nobody. You fight with nobody. He's sitting right beside the man.
Man,
Am I right? Am I making up something? Am I making up something? Am I?
You're not making up nothing. It's oh Lord.
But I will say this, Coach. I need your opinion of something. I can't lie to y'all, man. I can't lie to y'all, bro. Charlo looking bad in these streets, bro. Charlo looking bad in these streets.
Yes, he is. Big Charlo, right?
Yeah, Big Charlo looking bad in these streets.
And explain yourself on that.
Bruh, okay, the whole Benavidez talk came from you calling out Benavidez. Nobody asked for that fight or even brought that fight up. You introduced it to us and then backtrack. Okay, Boo Boo is yelling from the mountaintop. The man that came to your press conferences. He done came to Jamel fights. He done came to your fights. You're not gonna get nothing else outside of that right now. You gotta take the Pepsi challenge and go ahead and do it. And I'm gonna be honest, Coach. I mean, we don't disagree much, but I think Charlo will give Boo Boo all kinds of problems. That's my personal opinion. I'm gonna step back for a minute.
Hold on. I know you ain't just admit that you think Charlo will give Boo Boo all types of problems.
Yeah, I agree. I said I believe Charlo. I'm looking at his style. I'm looking at his style and his posture. He is a great boxer. He got great style, southpaw stance and all that. But just his movements and the way Charlo moves, I think calls for a different collision. That's just me.
I would like to say something about that. I think that sometimes you have boxers that give problems, and they don't allow anybody to give them problems. And I just think that Andre is one of those boxers that he gives problems. So he's nobody's gonna give him a problem. He's gonna be the problem when he steps in the ring.
Coach, hold on, Coach. Is Boo Boo one of the guys you ever trained Boo Boo or worked with Boo Boo before?
No, I've never trained him. I watched him. His father has always trained him.
Okay.
His father has always trained him, and but I've watched him. I watched him when he was young boxing. You know, went to the Olympics, and the guy's just he's been different. I mean, he's just totally different.
Okay.
His
I mean, what you need to talk. You need to talk the basement boxman talk because I mean, he really need to hear what you're saying right now.
I'm listening.
Well the thing about it is, you know, you don't really have to listen, but all you have to do is watch and watch. And this is why he's 31-0. And nobody wants to fight him, man. I'm telling you, nobody wants to get in the ring with this guy because he's just totally, he's different. He's different. And he's different than anybody. I'm talking about his thought process, the way he thinks, the way it's like it's difficult. It'll be very difficult to beat this kid. It's hard to hit him, and then you don't know what he's coming back with. You don't know what he's throwing. Like last night, what he caught the dude with, that wasn't a normal punch that he threw because the guy caught himself slipping, getting out of the way, and he met him. Boom, and it's over.
I ain't gonna lie to you, Coach. Now, everybody knowing here, I've been advocating for Boo Boo to get his fights, but last night, that ain't telling me nothing. That's not gonna do it. That's not gonna do it. No, that's not gonna do it. I'm glad he got the man out of there because I was like, yes, he got the knockout. No, they can't criticize him. Talk your talk, but I wasn't like overwhelmed with what I saw. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie, but I'm so glad he got him out of there. I was like, yes, please, yes. We ain't got to hear this nonsense. Because you heard the commentators, right? Y'all heard the commentators. He gets him hurt, but he can't finish him. Can he please get a finish? He needs to finish dramatically tonight. I mean, why he just can't win the fight?
You know, AK Apostle, I think that's kind of sort of what I talk about when I say that he thinks differently than the average boxer or the average person. Let's say in the past he knocked somebody down, he's winning.
That's
Okay,
true.
He ain't. Hey, I don't have to take him out. I'm winning. This guy cannot beat me. So he thinks different. Whereas everybody else, oh, if I catch somebody, oh, I'm gonna take him out now. But guess what? I don't have to. My skills are superior, and I'm just gonna beat him up, box him, box him, box him. Yes, I won. But that's not a normal. That's not a normal thought process of a person or the spectators or even the boxer. I'm gonna take him out. But this is what I'm talking about. His thought process is totally different than ours, and he's successful in what he does. So I can't I can't go against him, just because his thought process is different. His selection of punches is different than what I would teach, what I would tell him. But what he does is very successful and it works. So and people see this, and people have gotten inspired with him, and they will let you understand. They will explain to you how difficult it is to go against this kid.
Coach. Salute to Ricky Williams. He in the building. Black Star Sports TV 2.0 in the building. My man Troy Graham, he in the building. Hey, Coach Troy got a question for you. He said, "Who have you trained?" I guess he knew to the show. He asked you, "Who have you trained?"
I've worked with a lot of people. I'm not going to say I train anyone, but I've worked with a lot of. I mean, I've worked with thousands of kids, man, thousands of kids. I've been coaching since 1997, and I've I can tell you everywhere that I've been, I've had national champions. Not one place have I not been, have I not had a national champion. But I've worked with a lot of kids, you know. So I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Coach, stop being so humble, man. Tell the people that you've been around the Shakurs of the world and all them. Let the people know your accolades, man. Listen, I'm gonna talk for Coach. If you go to Coach Instagram, you'll see all the world champions or people who went on to be world champions that he done came across. You know what I mean? Coach want to be humble. You know what I mean? I'm gonna talk for Coach. Coach, today I'm the internet troll of the Basement Boxing Talk Show.
Okay, I will say, you know what? The two champions that fought a couple of weeks ago, Shakur, I've worked with Shakur and I worked with Jamel Herring. I worked with both of them, with a lot of other kids.
Coach, they asked you, "Have you ever trained in Baltimore?"
No, I was in the DC area, DMV, and I do know Calvin Ford, and David Sewell. I don't know if you know David Sewell. We boxed together, and he's a coach now out of the Baltimore area. I know Umar. Uh, I can't think. I've seen Tank when he was coming up since he was a young kid. I never really worked with Tank. Tyrisha, uh, um, Tyrisha Douglas. I don't know if y'all know Tyrisha. She's from
Yes.
worked with her brother Antoine Douglas. Antoine was the beast, man. You know, so I've worked with a lot of. I mean, I worked with a lot of people. I know a lot of people. A lot of people know me. I'm just not out there, and I'm a type of coach like this. Uh, the athlete deserves all the credit for me, okay? Because they decided to listen to me and apply what I asked them to apply, and that takes nothing from me but time. And I appreciate when the athlete listen to me and accomplish things through listening to me. And I gotta let you know, I hate when I teach them something and they do something other than what I taught. I hate that. I hate that the most. But the athletes, they deserve all the credit. That's just the type of person I am.
Yes, sir.
Ricky Williams, Boo Boo did a lot better than Charlo did in his last fight. Hey, Ricky, I gotta say that too, Rick. I mean, I can't say you can't blame Boo Boo for these fights not happening. I mean, right now I got to rest everything on Charlo because we sat there and watched Charlo call out Benavidez, say I'm gonna break your neck and all of that stuff right there. And we followed it. We got excited. We thought the fight was gonna happen. Then everything went left, and the man blatantly, the man Benavidez blatantly called that. Hey, did we talk about the Benavidez fight?
Nah, we didn't. Go ahead.
He blatantly called that man out his name on live television. On live television. Call that man out his name. You know what I mean? And we don't play that where we come from. At least we didn't used to play that. So Charlo got to redeem himself. Charlo got to redeem himself. Charlo got to show us. Charlo got to show us that he about this life, man. I'm not understanding. Big Charlo looking shaky, man. Big Charlo looking shaky. I don't understand. I don't. Y'all, I mean, you a Charlo, man. Speak up for your man. Say something. I don't know.
Hey, it's definitely looking real shaky for him. I don't know what he gonna do.
AKA Apostle. I'm not sure now, but I think in his last fight I think he brought in another trainer instead of just sticking with Derek James, and that might be a problem.
He got Ronnie Shields. He with Ronnie Shields.
Are you talking about the little Charlo then?
I'm talking about Big Charlo. Little Charlo is with Derek James.
Who fought last? The big one
Jamal.
or the little one?
Jamal. Both of them fought. Jamal the last one that fought.
Okay, I'm talking about the one that Derek James was training.
Nah, Derek James was in Jamal's corner. He was there in the last fight.
Yeah, but I think he has another trainer also.
Oh.
Saying Derek James ain't just gonna get it done by himself, huh?
I don't know. That might be. I don't really know what's going on with that, but I think Derek James is a pretty good trainer myself.
Man, he was robbed for trainer of the year 2 years in a row.
I agree.
2 years in a row, that man was robbed.
I agree. But I'm being honest with you though. Let's real quick. Okay, the Boo Boo fight and the Benavidez fight ain't nothing for us to get all up in arms and jump up and down about. Neither one of these fights were what we expected. You know what I'm saying? None of them was like, oh yeah, this is a fight that we was happy to see. And we're glad he got these fights out the way. And to me, though we all kind of upset with what Canelo did, I ain't think Benavidez stood much of a chance. Not after that last performance I just seen last Saturday night. That guy I just saw last Saturday night ain't beating Canelo. I'm not gonna lie to you. He's not done it. You know what I mean? And honestly, the only person I do want to see Canelo fight is Boo Boo. I'm being honest. The only one I think had a real legit chance is Boo Boo, which is why he's running like a track star to get away from him. You know what I mean? He's running from Boo Boo. He's not running from Benavidez and Charlo. He's running from Boo Boo. Let's just be honest.
So you saying with the way Benavidez fought last week, he don't stand a chance with Canelo?
Coach, did you watch Benavidez fight last Saturday?
I didn't get to see the Benavidez fight, but I can say that I think Plant kind of like set a blueprint on how to beat Canelo. I think he set a blueprint on how to beat Canelo. Because Canelo is so short, and Plant is not as tall as a Benavidez. I don't think he hit as hard as a Benavidez. So if Benavidez take a look at what Caleb Plant did, I think that he could add to that and end up upsetting a Canelo. That's what I see.
He don't show me some of the boxing ability that Caleb Plant has. You know what I mean? I know he got more power than Caleb Plant, but he was in the ring with a dude, 160 pound, who fought him on 10 days notice. Dude didn't even have a real training camp. He just got word go fight Benavidez. And
Not true, AK Apostle.
what's not true?
You said 10-day notice. Well, and I'm gonna tell you why it's not true. Because what they did is this: they notified him that, hey, if something happens with either one of these guys, it's ahead of time.
Oh,
Okay, you on standby, just in case something happens. So guess what? He should have been training all that time as if he was going to fight. And then something didn't happen, and they said, okay. So it's not like he just knew he was fighting. He should have been prepared way ahead of time because
okay.
he knew he was a standby.
Okay. So they put that out on the airways to make it sound better.
I don't know what they put on air, but I do know that this guy knew that he was a standby.
Okay.
Just in case something happened to either one of them.
See, that's some of the things that these commentators put out there that make us think that. I mean, I stand corrected. I'm glad you said that. But anyway, there's still a 160-pounder who wasn't even a real 168er. He just jumped up in there. I guess he was the standby guy, but like I said, he was rumbling. He was rumbling Benavidez. He was landing combinations on Benavidez. He was rumbling him. He didn't. I mean, they had to stop the fight because his power wasn't enough to keep Benavidez off him, and eventually he was going to get hurt pretty bad. But he, like my man, was he was letting him go. He stood there toe to toe with Benavidez.
He was in the Terence Crawford camp.
Okay. Oh, what you saying? The Terence Crawford toughened him up and made him ready. You know what I mean? So Shawn should be in trouble tonight. That what you trying to say, Coach?
I don't know. I was just letting you know that the guy was in Terence Crawford camp. I saw him in the Terence Crawford camp.
Coach, I'm trolling today. I'm trolling today. I'm trying to keep it hot and heavy here, Coach. You playing too nice.
I'm falling for it, man. I'm falling for it. Hey.
Why you so quiet, Basement? What you must be really nervous for Shawn tonight. Why are you so quiet? You nervous or something? Why are you so quiet? Basement. Hey, Basement, you still there? He must be praying for Shawn.
Nah, my bad. I thought I'm over here talking. I forgot I was muted. Nah, I ain't over here. I ain't over here quiet. I forgot my mic was muted and shit.
Okay.
But nah, I'm not praying for Shawn, man. It is what it is, man.
Your man said type of man. He wants you to drop the link.
I did drop the link for him. Here he should be popping in.
Oh, it's about to get spicy now.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Ricky.
Man, good brother Ricky Williams in the building. What's good, brother?
Peace to the gods. Peace to the gods. What's happening? How y'all doing?
What we talking about, Ricky? Let's get to it.
We talking about what y'all talking about. This his show.
Hey.
No, man. What I wanted to say about I wanted to say this about the Canelo stuff. David Benavidez, all these people can't mess with him. He, in everybody's opinion, they can't beat Canelo. Like, then why don't Canelo fight him, bro? Just get it out the way. You got all this competition at 160, bro, with names of people saying, hey, these fighters can't mess with you, bro. Why not just fight him, bro? This is my problem with Canelo, bro. Right?
Facts.
And let's get this before somebody say the stupid stuff out the way. It's Canelo. He can do whatever we want. We know. Then why don't he want to give the people the fights they want?
Right.
They so easy.
Dead on. Right?
That's the same. No matter what nobody say, oh, Boo Boo looked great last night. He's supposed to. I'm just being honest, guys. He's supposed to look good against who he's in there with, bro. Right? He was trying to walk him into a left hand at the beginning of round one. He was trying to walk him into a left hand. But that's neither here nor there. The truth of the matter is none of these fighters is trying to give us the fight we want. We got a couple that's out here trying to make it happen. And then people want to say they're ducking or whatever have you, bro. Like, don't sit up there and keep saying Charlo for Boo Boo, bro. When Boo Boo in the same holding company, he in the same promotional company as GGG, and that fight ain't been made yet.
I agree. We dead on with that right now. But right now, Big Charlo, what are you doing?
Big ain't none of them doing nothing, bro. So
what are you doing though?
Don't put it on Charlo, put it on all of them. That's what I'm telling y'all, guys. Ain't none of them doing nothing.
I agree.
Andres just won a fight last night by knockout, so somebody did something last night.
So what, Troy? Come on, everybody. If that fight would have went past round 5, I'd have been mad, bro. If that fight would have, check out my Instagram. I called the fight, bro. That dude had no business in there with Boo Boo. But like I said, so if if Boo Boo can get credit for fighting a dude that y'all know he was gonna knock out or beat, bro, then why the fuck are we not holding Canelo to the same goddamn standard to beating a David Benavidez?
What are you talking about now? Are you talking about the fact that he's moving up to cruiserweight, or what are you talking about now with
I'm talking about all these fighters that's not making fights happen, bro.
Okay, so what fight is Canelo not making happen, sir?
Did he just unify at 168?
No, he didn't. He's undisputed at 168.
Okay, so undisputed. So why don't you fight Benavidez then?
Maybe he will, but right now he's making. Okay, well, I can tell you why. Let me answer. Let me answer you sensibly, because he's making history by getting another title at cruiserweight. So which one do you think is more important, as far as he's thinking?
So
making history at a cruiserweight or fighting David Benavidez?
Making history for who? Him? Because we didn't seen it before.
Making history for him, yes.
For him, bro. But like I said,
and I do believe if he does that, he'll be the first, Mexican fighter that won 5 titles at 5 different weight classes. I do believe that'll be a first for him as well.
Troy, that's a bunch of garbage, and you know it. That's a bunch of
garbage. How's it garbage, sir? How's it garbage, sir?
So how you going to go past like 6 different fighters to go to a guy for a fight that nobody even cares about?
That nobody ever heard of till
6 different fighters. Who's the 6 different fighters he went past?
You got Charlo. You got Benavidez.
No, you don't. Boo-boo. That's 160.
Okay. What about Bear Beef? What about Bivol? What about
that's at light heavyweight? That's at light heavyweight.
You skipping a whole weight class to go past them. What about
he already won a title at light heavyweight?
Why do you want to go undisputed there too then? Since undisputed, what you talking about?
Right. Next question, bro.
Who's to say that he won't? Who's to say that he won't?
Man, come on, bro.
Come on, nothing, man. Name the 6 fighters. Keep on going. Name the 6 fighters, because you don't have any facts in anything you're saying. You're simply naming names.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir, Coach.
So, so what you saying? Are you saying that Canelo is boxing the toughest box that he can box against? He's boxing against the toughest opponents. You think this guy weight is tougher than Andre, tougher than Charlo?
Allow me to answer, please, because I do believe he's speaking to me.
Yes, I'm asking you these questions. So, do you believe that this guy that he's going to fight at cruiserweight is tougher than anybody else that he can fight?
I do believe that a man that's moving up to 168 to fight a 200-pound man who can punch with either hand is and is a 2-time champion is taking on good competition, because you cannot tell me anything about the man he's about to fight.
Sir,
number one, and you cannot tell me.
Sir, excuse me.
No, let me finish. And you also, how did I answer your question?
Because
how did I answer your question?
This is the question, okay? And actually, it's a yes or no. I said, do you think that this cruiserweight is the toughest guy that he can go against at this moment?
I would have to say, based on my knowledge of cruiserweight, I would have to say yes, because I don't know too much about the cruiserweights, but I do know that the guy he's fighting is a 2-time world champion and a puncher with either hand. So based on my knowledge of cruiserweights and the fact that I actually, looked at. No, Ricky, I'm not shutting up. So I'm gonna finish my statement. And the fact that no, let me finish, man. Let me finish, please. Let me finish. And the fact that I did my research on this guy, I know he could punch with either hand. I know he's a 2-time champion. I don't know the other champions at cruiserweight, but since everybody else has all that knowledge of cruiserweight, why don't you tell me who's the toughest cruiserweight right now and why?
Okay, I think what we're saying is this: he doesn't need to go to cruiserweight because he have the tough fighters that's in his present weight class and the weight class after that. Okay.
Okay, coach.
So this is what they're saying,
Mhm.
and when I look at it, you know what? I kind of agree with Teddy Atlas, because Teddy Atlas, he had an interview a couple of weeks ago, and he says he sees what Canelo is doing. He is jumping around, going against the weakest title holders. This is what Teddy Atlas said. He's
Facts.
He
jumping all
fought.
around, going against
Okay, coach.
all the weakest title holders.
Okay,
And
coach,
and
right?
that's not that
No,
and you know what? It makes me kind of believe what Teddy
no,
Atlas
no, no,
has
coach.
said is
You know who
correct.
are the okay, coach? Coach? You know who are the other 4 champions at 168 that he should have fought?
Okay, I'm not saying I'm not saying
Nobody, right?
I'm not saying that they're a champion. Okay, fight the best. Okay, so
He
we can
fought
give
what was
we
there. He
can
fought
we
all
you
the champions at
okay
168.
you can give a Colin Smith a belt, but is he the best? Okay, we want to see the
He's the
best fight.
champion that was there, coach.
Okay, we don't care about if they're a champion. We want the
He
best
does
to
because he
fight the
wanted to be
best.
undisputed.
Time out. Let's
We
He
let,
want
wanted to
the
be on.
bro, but we want to see
Who's the
the
best at
best.
168, coach?
We want to see the best fight the best.
Who is the
sure.
best at
Sure.
168,
Can I
coach?
can I make one statement real quick, Coach?
Yes,
Hold
you
on.
can, sir.
Let
I
me
just
one-
want to ask him because who's the
let me
best
make
at 168?
let's make one statement. None of the point that Coach and a lot of people are making is this. We all recognize that 168 in terms of being undisputed was the easiest road travel because none of them was 10-year champions. Billy Joe Sanders won a vacant title. Calvin Smith won a vacant title. Caleb Smith had
Okay.
had maybe a couple title defenses. He only has 21 pro fights. None of these dudes were 10-year champions. When you was at 160 with Boo Boo, who's a 2-time champion, with Charlo, who's a 2-time champion. That's what people are talking about. People are not
Allow me
saying,
to.
go ahead.
I'm sorry, sir. Allow me to ask you this, right? Since it's such an easy division, why has no one done what he's done?
The division at 168?
Yes. Why is he the first? Why is he the first to be undisputed
Hey,
at 168?
Hold on. You do hold on 1 second. Hold on a second, basement. You do know they did a whole Super 6 at 168 before, right?
Why
You
is
do
he
know
the
that, right?
first to be undisputed at
Listen to what I'm
168?
saying. You know they did a Super 6 at 168, right? A
And my
round robin
question
where every
remains
champion
the
fought each
same,
other,
sir.
right?
My question remains the same.
Troy.
Yes, sir. How are you?
We ain't gonna do that.
Don't
Because we
ain't
are
gonna do what?
The
because
question.
Why is he the first to be undisputed at
all
168?
And the question.
because we all know this. We all know this.
Question. I can answer the question, basement.
Talk to
Go
him.
ahead.
Talk to him, Ricky.
Go ahead, Ricky. Go ahead.
The reason why, because Canelo has enough star power and boxing movement to make it happen, bro. So again, that's the reason why. It's not that it's his talent is this and that. He's the money man, which is why y'all keep letting him off the hook for these fights. When
How did he get that star power, sir? How did he gain that star power?
By fighting on Floyd Mayweather undercards.
Troy. Exactly.
Oh my God. Yes, sir. In the green. Go ahead, sir.
Hey, hold on. This is my show. Hold on.
I don't know
Big
your name, sir. I'm sorry. I don't know your name.
basement, it's his show.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Dig this, Troy. We all know, just like Ricky was saying, we all know that this shit was paid for Canelo at 168, bro.
Really?
Hold on.
He was
What
paid?
other now listen to this. What fighter has 4 fights in 1 year for titles? Just like
Mike
that.
Tyson.
And how long has that been?
It doesn't matter about the time. And you asked me a question, I gave you an answer.
All right, Troy, let me ask you a question.
Idiot, bro.
Yes, sir.
Why did he go for undisputed at 154 and 160?
I don't know, sir.
Because it was too difficult.
He gave
It was too
Charlo a
difficult.
belt.
You sure?
Why did he do it then?
Why
Why
didn't
did he do
Charlo
it?
a belt?
I'm positive.
You sure?
Yeah.
Let me
Why
ask you
didn't
one more
get a
question.
belt?
Then I'm gonna shut about that. I got one more question for you, Troy. And then
Yes, sir.
I want you to think hard about this. Even though he's
Yes, sir.
undisputed, even though Canelo's undisputed, who had a better run at 168, Canelo or Andre Ward?
Ooh.
Andre Ward fought the better competition at 168 because they were there.
I like you.
Of course you do, because I'm honest. Next.
I like you. Go ahead, y'all. Have at it.
We're gonna keep it moving. Good brother Ricky, man. My good brother Ricky, man. Go ahead,
He
man.
just is what he is, man. Like he know what he be doing, but it's cool, bro.
I'm simply being my intelligent, beautiful black self, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah. You say
Dylan
so.
White fan.
Let's keep it going, bro.
Yes,
Absolutely. Absolutely. Big up the yard, man. Big up the yard, man.
He said no Canelo and Tank are one in the same pad in their career against bum competition.
Thank you, bro. They all
Actually, no, because Tank is controlled by Floyd.
All of them in the same boat, bro. So it's even worse because Canelo do it of his own volition.
Hey,
what is he doing that's wrong? That's what I'm trying to find out. Because all he does is fight more than all the boxers of today, and he wins. I don't understand why y'all complaining about that.
Sure.
This year,
and he's moving with purpose. He's moving with purpose.
He moved with purpose because he already had the shit laid out, bro. Y'all knew who he was gonna fight.
You cannot prove that, sir. You can't prove anything you're saying.
You telling me that we didn't know the fight that was lined up for Canelo since the beginning of the year? That's a lie.
What you're trying to say is that all 4 of his championship fights were fixed?
Did I say they was fixed?
You said lined up. Fixed, lined up. They sounded like to me.
My nigga, if you know which fight come after next,
I am not your nigga, and I never will be.
I'm gonna say it again, my nigga. If you know each fight,
I'm never gonna be that.
Each fight,
I'm never gonna be that.
Are lined up. They're lined up.
What do you mean by lined up? Why don't you explain that to me? Why don't you explain lined up to me? Because I don't know what it means.
Listen, bro, move on, man. Move on, bro. Move on. Please move on. Please move on, bro.
Well, that's what happens when you have no facts.
You're not saying no facts. What are you talking about? You're not saying facts. You're not saying that.
He's undisputed. That's a fact. He fought all the champions at 168. That's a fact.
We gave you the facts. You don't want them.
You didn't give me anything. He's undisputed at 168. He fought all the champions. Fact.
Low, bro.
Okay. So wait a minute. We didn't tell you that every last one of them champions, none of them won their titles against a real champion. They all won vacant titles. We made that up.
What does that matter? He beat them.
You're not fighting the real champion.
He beat the champions that were available.
You're fighting title holders, not champions.
He beat the champions that were available, sir.
No. You know what a champion is? Do you know what a champion is?
Every day I look in the mirror, I see a champion.
No, I get that. A champion ain't somebody that just got a title, man. A champion is somebody that's proven to be one of the best in the division.
I get what you're saying, but he beat the champions that were available. There's nothing that you and I can do about that.
Yeah, but why did he pick 168 out of all the divisions that he was dancing in? Why he picked that one?
Because it's a first. It's a first. Nobody has ever been undisputed there. It's a first.
Listen. And speaking of that, we all know the real first undisputed champion at 168 was Andre Ward. They just didn't give him the
he didn't have all the belts, so he wasn't undisputed.
Brother, he fought a round robin Super 6 to fight every champion.
Did he have all the belts, sir?
Like I said, they technically took one. He really was undisputed.
Okay, so the fact of the matter is Andre Ward was not undisputed.
Did Andre Ward beat every champion at 168? Yes or no?
Every champion that he fought.
I'm done with you, bro.
It's simple, bro. I'm trying to tell you.
Hey, Troy.
Yes, sir.
You come on my show causing havoc, bro.
I'm not causing no havoc. I haven't said anything out of pocket, and I'm simply telling y'all the facts. Andre Ward beat every champion that he fought. He obviously didn't have all 4 belts.
He fought every champion in the division, man.
But he was not undisputed, correct?
Because they no man. We're not gonna get into the technicalities.
Move on, bro. Move on.
We're not gonna get to the technicality.
It's like talking.
Because that's the definition. The true definition of being undisputed is beating every champion in your weight class. And Andre Ward did that years ago.
And defending.
Hey, we gonna welcome the good brother Black Star Sports TV, bro. He got in the building. What's good, good brother?
Man, what's going on, brother? Salute to all y'all, man. I see y'all in here getting it in, man.
Peace, God.
Yes, indeed.
What's good,
man?
Mr. Scott?
Hey, yeah, man. I heard on Blue Blood, man, that they're gonna announce the Earl and Bud, man. They might be announcing that. They're trying to put that together.
How they gonna announce the fight before a fight?
Because Bud supposedly petitioned to be the WBC ranking tour, and which But you know, I take that with a grain of salt. But we'll see what happens tonight too. So it ain't no locked.
I'm about to say, how you gonna announce the fight before a fight? I ain't never. I mean, come on, bro.
Exactly.
It might be already be written.
You know, Allen,
Blood,
they not moving like that, bro. Come on, bro. They're not moving like that.
Bluebird
Hey,
wouldn't know the truth
that's
if it smacked him in the face.
They're not moving like that.
Yeah, bro. I wouldn't believe that till I see it, bro.
Exactly. They're not moving like that.
exactly. But you know, just to hear it, you know, make you think. So, but you know, like I say, I'm still hopeful for tonight, man. I know y'all probably didn't get into the fight tonight, so I'm gonna hold off on that. But
Well, let's get it. We here now. We here now.
Let's go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Man, look, I tell you, I'm excited for that. But you know, we've been calling for this for the last.
You excited for who, Black Star? You excited for who?
Who am I excited for? Hey, man, look, I mean, either way, we can come out and win as a fans, man. This is my ideal.
Pick a side.
Scenario. I'm gonna pick a side, but hear me out. I'm gonna pick a side. You know, I'm gonna pick a side. But this is my scenario that I like to see happen. I like to see 7 to 9 rounds of hard back and forth boxing, potential fight of the year. It's got that potential, so maybe that can happen. But in the end, I just think. And the only thing that I question, the biggest thing I do question about Bud is Bud at 147. And if Bud can really hang in there with somebody that can really got some grit that can stand and fire back at him. We ain't never really saw that. So this will be our first time to see that. If he can, that's going to be a big plus. And it's going to make me want to see him and Earl that much more. But right now, I'd have to pick against him because that's the one thing that I question about him. But if he proved me wrong tonight, I got to give the man his props. And then I'm looking forward to that fight. Because that's the only question I have about Bud right now. So if he answers that question for me, that's gonna make me want that all the more. And in the end, we as fight fans, we win because what? That's the fight everybody want to see anyway.
Bruce goes.
The fight will be over by the 7th or 8th because Crawford.
Y'all better hope so. Y'all better hope so.
Porter's getting TKO'd in the 7th or 8th round.
I hope so.
So you think Bud gonna drop him in the 7th round? That's gonna be it, huh?
TKO, yeah.
Y'all better hope so, bro. But, I'm just being honest.
Based on what though? Because you like Bud?
No, listen, man. I'm a fan of boxing, so I appreciate Shawn and Crawford. There's no reason, you know, I don't pick sides here.
Yes, you do.
I just know that Crawford is a whole lot stronger than he looks, and he has that length, and his power comes at the end of his punches. And Porter starts to lift his head up a little bit as the fight goes on. He hides his head he actually hides his head, you know, behind his arms when he's fighting. But as the fight goes on, he starts to tire. His arms start to drop, and his head comes up.
Down, bro. He don't go down.
Oh, yes, he does.
He go down.
He went down with Spence. He went down. Well, first time for everything, my dear brother. First time for everything.
He don't stay down. I seen Bud do the weeble wobble in the ring a few times too. Does that mean that he's invincible? No. Anything can happen. He can get caught too. So that's what I'm saying. This is why this fight.
You have dreads?
This is why we wanted this fight, because we wanted to see how Bud did in that type of competition. I wanted to see him fight another dog that was going to be in there and fire back at him. I thought Kell Brook might have been that guy, but Kell Brook proved to me he was most up.
No. No. I'm just asking, do you have dreads? Because I can't see you.
Yes, I do got dreads.
You can't see these dreads, bro?
I'm sorry, brother. I can't see. The sun is glaring off your car, but
yeah.
No. You know, I was gonna make a gentleman's bet with
Ricky,
you, man. Since you're so confident, why don't you shave? Why don't you bet a couple of locks? If Porter loses.
Oh yeah, that's you being disrespectful now. Now you being disrespectful.
Bet no locks on that, man.
Bet your locks, man.
You know better than that.
Why
bro.
not?
You know better than that, bro.
Troy.
What,
like
Ricky?
That's one of your motherfucking fingers, man.
No, what?
Huh?
Well, I'm at with this fight tonight, bro. Like, I'm at with this fight tonight, bro. Like, this fight, the way y'all keep talking, bro, this fight with Bud should look like Andre Quigley.
Okay, did this.
Hell no. This is gonna be a difficult fight.
Let's get this over with. Troy, what is your opinion on the fight?
I think it's gonna be difficult.
On the fight?
I think it's going to be very difficult.
Everybody else in this room, I think, has a different opinion than you.
Porter's.
No, we don't.
Okay.
No, we don't.
No, listen. Porter's never been an easy out for anyone. But the style that he fights, and Coach could verify this, is based on timing and constant punching. And Porter doesn't seem to have that timing, which is why he throws more punches. He wastes a lot of punches when he throws them, and you know they don't land where they're supposed to land. Have you seen that, Coach? Oh, Dag, he's gone. But
Oh,
Yeah, you know.
coach. Oh, coach. I was waiting for that. Come on, coach.
No. Listen, I have a lot of respect for Porter, but I'm telling you, as the fight goes on, he gets tired and them hands come down and his head come up, and he's gonna get caught at
Can
the
you
end of
hear
his
me?
punches.
Yeah,
See,
coach.
I see what you're saying there, my brother.
But
But the thing you gotta also remember is, you remember Bud when Bud gets in there and he was in the kitchen with Kavalakis or Green Beans, or however you want to say his name, and he got caught in the middle of that exchange. That right there is where Shawn Porter can really take advantage and make a statement in this fight. You know, he can change destiny. You know, you never know. If Kavalakis can make him rock him a little bit, I don't think Kavalakis is on the level of no Shawn Porter. So that's what makes this
Kavalaskas
fight
can
so.
punch.
He ain't no puncher like that.
Kavalaskas can punch.
Kavalakis ain't nobody fearing Kavalakis, man. What you talking about?
Did you see his last fight?
Y'all
Did you see his last fight?
It's funny, bro. Y'all just funny, bro. Like,
Go ahead, coach. Go ahead, coach. Did you hear my question, coach?
Yeah, I heard your question.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
I can't say that I don't quite understand how people can just come up with a solution that somebody's gonna get knocked out when these guys have
TKO.
had all these fights and they've never been knocked out before. Like it's just easy for somebody to come in and just knock them out. That's the first thing. Now to say that Porter doesn't have timing, I think that's that's a misconception. Porter been fighting since he's a little kid. He knows what timing is. I think that his father, has a strategy, and whatever his father tells him to do, that's what he's going to do. And I don't know if the strategy is going to work or not, but I will let you know that from knowing Shawn Porter, he's gonna do the strategy that he's given to the best of his ability. Whether and I don't think that he's just gonna. I don't think he's just gonna mob Crawford. I don't think that's what's gonna happen.
neither.
I think what he's gonna do is he's gonna box on the outside for a little bit.
That's a mistake.
And have Crawford come after him. And then when Crawford comes after him, then that's when the mauling is gonna ensue. Okay, and Shawn is tough, man. You got to remember, Shawn fought 165 pounds.
That's where he started. That's where he started.
And he beat a lot of world champions that's champions today. He beat Andre. He beat Usyk. He beat a lot of these guys. So
in
don't
the amateurs, yes,
underestimate
he did.
Shawn Porter.
I don't. It's gonna be a tough fight. But coach, you actually know my brother, Marvin McDowell.
Yes, Umar.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Hey, matter of fact, hold on, coach.
Umar
If you wasn't
in
so
Baltimore. Yeah.
Hey, if you wasn't so busy hollering, Troy, you'd have heard him when he said that earlier.
Hey, but coach, I think you're right though about the strategy for Porter, because him making Bud come at him, because Bud is a pot shot. Bud ain't no guy that's going to go in there and walk nobody down in the corner and just consistent pressure. That's not what he do. He like to pick you apart. If you make him come at you, he can't do what he do. That's a smart way to go at it. So that right there, I like that strategy. And Porter can fight from the outside, so that will make it interesting too. But even though Bud got the height and the long reach, because he got long arms, that's going to give him something too. So he will be able to do something. But how much? Those are the questions. So we'll see what happens. If it fails, Porter can always go in and press. So he did. It's good to test the waters, because look what Kell Brook did with him. Kell Brook was dominating him till he fell apart.
Knock it off, Black Star. He wasn't dominating nothing. Let's stop that.
Yes,
Man,
he was
dominating. That wasn't even a fight. Look at his eyes.
I give you that part, but he wasn't dominating them.
That's a fact.
He was dominating them.
Ricky dominating.
He was.
The fight didn't go but 3 or 4 rounds.
Let me get my stuff off though, bro. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. With this fight, I don't care who wins. I'm being honest with y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Why do you feel like that, Ricky? Why you feel like that?
Let me get it off, right? I got a bet for Shawn Porter to win for $100. I don't care who wins, right? Because this fight about to tell on a lot of people. This fight is about to tell on a lot of people, right? After this fight, bro, the schedules line up perfectly. Him is if Bud come out there, and I don't care if he wins dramatically, you better be calling out Errol Spence.
Facts.
You better be calling out Errol Spence, right? You better, bro. Like I just said, everybody talking about these fighters need each other. They
explain
need
that. Explain that to him.
Yeah,
Rick.
please.
Explain that to people.
They need each other. It's simple as this, bro. These guys are two. No matter what nobody say, if you consider Bud number one and Errol number one, these guys are considered contemporaries in a welterweight division. They have to face each other.
No, they don't.
They don't. Nobody had to do nothing but be black and die, right? They don't have to do nothing. But it's a lot of people that's been selling wolf tickets. It's a lot of people that's been saying they want stuff to happen. So after this fight, with the schedule open, it should be able to happen.
You know, Spencer's damaged goods now, man, and I really think he should retire. And I'm not being a wise ass with that because of the car accident and the eye injury that's not completely healed yet. And he's still drinking, man. He's still out there drinking.
And what's your point? If it's that easy, and if you were petitioning,
I never said it was easy. I said he's damaged goods, sir.
Listen. Hear what I said. Right? The thing is this, bro. So let's look at the events that's been unraveling in this last week. All of a sudden, we get a peep at the WBC convention saying that's a representative of Bud Crawford is trying to get the WBC to mandate him to fight Errol. So what is that message telling me? This is just my opinion. This is not a fact. This is my opinion. It's looking to me like somebody in Bud's camp is trying to say, okay, we really trying to fight Errol Spence. It wasn't us, right? It was Bob not trying to make the fight, right?
Yes,
so
sir.
After this fight, bro, if he looks spectacular, if he gets a W, bro, he should be calling out Errol Spence.
I wouldn't waste my breath doing that.
Of course you wouldn't, right? Because Bud beats everybody before he even gets in the ring, right? He's the only fighter that can beat a fighter before he ever put gloves on, right? These guys need to be fighting each other, bro. That's why it's called boxing.
Yeah,
Hey, it was my turn.
Go ahead, AK. Go ahead.
Okay. It's a lot being said right here tonight, but I ain't gonna lie. I'm going with Bud tonight too, and I'm on the side that I hope he do dominate. If he don't dominate, I'm not surprised because it's Shawn Porter, but I hope he do dominate. But speaking of what you said right now, and I got a question for you, Ricky. And just like he said, now that it came out after this fight, he's a free agent. So I want to know from everybody on this panel right now, if Earl not available because of the eye, Ugas is tied up. Ugas is tied up with that WBA thing. The next man up is Javon Boots Ennis. Is he going to call one of them two out tonight if he wins dominating style? Talk to me, Gary.
No.
Let's go.
No, he's not.
Troy, where you at?
No, he's not. No, he's not.
I'm just being quiet, man. You know, sometimes it's best to be quiet.
I'm asking you. Those are two names I need to hear come out of his mouth at the end of this fight if he dominates tonight. You got
he don't have a reason. He don't have a reason to call out Ennis, and I simply
think
the
next man up. He the next man up.
Okay, fine. If he's the next man up, then sure. That's a fight I'd love to see. But Ennis hasn't done anything, so I don't. I mean, he's very. He looks real good, but I haven't seen him do anything against anyone.
Who else? Ugas is tied up. Spence may not be ready. Who's left?
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's the wrong weight class.
Huh?
That's the wrong weight class. I'm sorry. That's the wrong weight class. Wrong weight class. I'm sorry. I was thinking about something else.
Who's left?
Spence is the only one. Spence and Thurman.
Thurman ain't fought in almost 3 years.
Thurman ain't in nothing. The person that they keep throwing around is the other dude from Dallas, the Mexican brother. Ortiz, yeah, they WB. See, that's what got me kind of conflicted.
Yeah. That's a good fight
because WBC has been saying
and
that
they were on the same status though.
The match
and Ortiz on the same status.
Say again. I'm sorry.
No, he said. Yeah, they Virgil Ortiz, but no, the Boots and Ortiz is on the same level.
Ortiz, yeah. But see, that's the part that got me confused because they were saying Bud petition to be mandatory. Then at the same time, the WBC has said that they wanted to put Ortiz in there. So it would be one of them guys, it would seem like to me, because they got Ortiz fighting Ahmadinov or whatever the guy's name is, you know. And
I don't want to
the
hear
winner
about
of that's
the
supposed to get
WBC.
Earl next. So it could be
I don't
something
want to hear
like
about
that.
them.
But what about this situation? How boxing is not supporting Earl in his effort for Undisputed, but they rolled out the red carpet for Canelo.
What about how they treat
Earl's
Dillian
been trying
White?
to get Undisputed for a number of years.
What do you mean how they treat
White?
White?
Didn't he test positive, bro?
When?
Oh, like it did Dillian White.
When?
When
did he test positive? When did he test positive in 2021?
I know
in
this.
2021.
I know this. I know in 2020. I know in 2020 we saw the bottom of that man's shoes. I know we saw the bottom of his shoes in that round 5 against Povetkin. I know that. We seen
And
the
I
bottom
know
of
that
his
in
shoes.
2021 we saw Wilder's face on the canvas.
Wasn't because of nothing Dillian White did.
No, but his face was on the canvas.
That's all right though. But he didn't get knocked out by no 43-year-old.
Hey Troy.
No. He got knocked out by a fat gypsy.
That your man can't beat.
AKA Feather Fist.
That your man can't
Feather
beat.
Fist.
Y'all faker than a
Feather
$3
Fist.
bill, bro. I keep trying to tell y'all about these people, man. You faker than a $3.
Go ahead. Black Star, I believe, was talking, and I so rudely interrupted him. I apologize. I truly do.
You good, man. You good. I know you know sometimes something comes to your mind, you got to get it out, you know. But
I don't know what's coming to his mind.
I was just making a point about how Earl Spence, trying to get that Undisputed, man, and they keep putting roadblocks in his and really delaying him from being able to achieve it, And I think that's terrible, man.
I can't agree with that, Black Star. I think Earl put his own roadblocks in his way.
Ooh, hold on.
Yeah, man, you gotta explain that one to me.
Listen to this.
I mean, the box. Go ahead, Basement.
Nah, because what Black Star is saying is a little bit kind of what I was saying earlier about Canelo, like how Canelo was just able to have 4 title fights at 168 and become undisputed in 1 motherfucking year. And my man Earl Spence said he wanted to be undisputed 2-3 years ago. And it's roadblocks set in front of Earl Spence for him to become undisputed.
I can't agree with that, man.
I'd like to step in and
here it is.
I'd like to step in and say a quote
they rolled
from
the red
Errol
carpet
Spence.
out for Canelo to get undisputed. Well, my man Earl Spence.
Nah,
go ahead, Troy.
Go ahead, Troy.
Yes, I'd like to step in and say a quote from Errol Spence when he said, when Crawford won his title over there with Horn, then he said, okay, I won my title. He said, oh, I got to clean up my side of the street. If you want undisputed, how are you telling someone else who has a title that you're going to clean up your side of the street, and he still hasn't cleaned up his side of the street yet?
He did fight the other champion, though. He did fight the other champion. He did fight the other champion.
Yes, which was Porter. Porter. He fought Porter.
He fought Porter.
And then he had the eye injury, right?
And he was set to fight man for the third title.
He didn't fight Crawford.
This again, they always try to bring up. They want to bring up old shit. I'll take that and raise you.
Kind of like the blood. Kind of like White being charged with something that somebody just brought up.
No doubt, and I'm about to, like I said, and I'm gonna take that.
Kind of like Alvarez and the meat that you constantly bring up.
You never listening. You never listen, but that's okay.
Not to you, no.
I'll I'll take that, bro. You're absolutely right, but I'll raise you. Why is Bud saying he won the best, but be the best, but then still saying that that the Errol Spence fight is past him? This is what I'm talking about, bro. These guys all need to rumble, bro.
Because he's a grown man that's tired of being played around by this dude who obviously don't want to fight him.
Ain't nobody playing.
You played yourself. You played yourself,
bro. Ain't nobody playing around. That's just the way y'all see it, and I understand y'all narrative.
Listen to me. I'm gonna be very straightforward with you. Crawford stays in shape. He ain't out here drinking, trying to kiss rappers and stuff like that. He stays in shape. Any day that Spence wants to fight, he'll go ahead and fight him.
What does a character attack have to do with that? When that man said, okay, let's talk about it, let's get 60-40 going, and your man
I'm just telling you what he's tired of, man.
Both of
he's
these
tired. He's tired of it.
He's tired of. You're believing what's telling you, bro. You don't know no mental state. Y'all be talking like y'all that man psychiatrist, like y'all sitting in a room with him. You not doing with that. We still not getting the goddamn fight.
No, we not. I'll agree with you on that. And we never listen. We ain't never gonna get all the fights we want. It should have been evident the PBC don't make them fights. That's why we never got Wilder plus old boy. We never got Santa Cruz and Russell. We never got Tevin Farmer and Tank. We never got Jacobs and Charlo, who has the same advisor. And Jacobs went up in that boy's face.
Okay. So first of all, if you're gonna put all that stuff out there, you gotta be accurate. Eddie Hearn stopped Charlo from fighting Jacobs because he wanted him to fight Boo Boo. That's step one. I said
Jacobs.
I said Jacobs. I'm talking about Jacobs. Eddie Hearn stopped Jacobs from fighting Charlo. Second of all,
why?
Because he wanted him to fight Boo Boo.
That fight never happened, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Eddie Hearn preferred Charlo to fight Boo Boo. That's what he wanted.
Eddie Hearn is not with Charlo. I mean, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Eddie Hearn has a side deal with Danny Jacobs, bro. He's on the zone. He wanted Boo Boo to fight Charlo and not Danny Jacobs. Now, did PBC make Anthony Joshua turn down a $50 million offer? Did they make Anthony Joshua do that?
No, but I know for a fact that they made Wilder turn down $100. So go ahead. 100 million.
That was a 3-fight deal, bro. It was a 3-fight deal for $100 million.
What difference does it make?
It makes a huge difference. He
ain't make the $100 million, did he?
He did make $100 million. You don't know what you're talking about. He did make over $100 million.
And neither do you.
He did make over $100 million. For those that don't know.
Show me a bank receipt. Show me a bank receipt.
First of all, it's public knowledge.
It's not because I'm in the public and I don't have knowledge of it.
Okay, do your research.
I don't need to. It's not happening.
Do your research. But Wilder has made over $100 million. Just do your research.
Yeah, well, he ended up on. Look, I don't really give a damn. The fight never happened. The fight with, like I said, Santa Cruz and Russell in-house never happened. Tevin Farmer and Tank never happened. Russell, Taylor and Tank never gonna happen. All these good fights that are out there, why can't they be made? Oh, that's right. I don't. To quote Floyd Mayweather, I don't want to make no other promotion company money. We're gonna keep it. Yeah, okay, yeah.
But you approved the Canelo route. But you approved the Canelo route.
He's not doing anything wrong. He's fighting.
And he okay
4
with
times a year, like you said, and champions. He's fighting champions.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Champions.
They contradict themselves all the time, bro. They contradict themselves all the time.
But listen, hold on. Boots is not on PBC. Listen, Boots is not on PBC.
No, sir, he's not.
He's not. And after this fight tonight, Bud Crawford is a free agent.
I hope. I hope they fight.
No. He said he's a free agent. Now, the only fight in front of him right now that has no roadblocks, you ain't got to deal with nobody other than the man that you want to fight is him and Boots. Do he make the call?
Great.
Do he make the call?
I believe he will. I really believe he will. If it's something to gain from fighting Boots, then he'll definitely fight him. Yes.
There's something to gain.
What is there to gain by fighting Boots?
What was it to gain to fight Amir Khan? Was it to gain to fight the Meme Machine?
Well, he got a lot of money from fighting Khan because Khan has a country behind him and all that. So that was all money. That wasn't nothing else. That was a trash fight.
I'm really enjoying this because I ain't never seen AK.
Go ahead, AK.
AK usually defend Bud Crawford.
Exactly. So I'm
just telling you the truth. You asked me about the Khan fight. It was a trash fight for money.
No, what I'm saying is this.
But yeah,
I'm saying is if you can't get Ugas or Spence in front of you, that means your next fight is going to be your next fight has got to be against one of the contenders. That's right?
Then he should fight. Boots or Ortiz. Great.
All right.
I agree with you.
You know Eddie Hearn and them are not going to put Ortiz in front of him.
Why not?
Stop it, bro.
What?
Stop it.
Come on, man.
Stop it. Eddie Hearn.
They make fights over there.
They do.
They make fights over there.
Then why Boo Boo can't get a fight then?
They make
fights over there.
Why
Boo Boo can't get a fight?
GGG yet?
Why don't you ask Charlo?
Can't get a fight then. If they make fights over there, then tell me something. Now listen. Now watch this, bro. Watch this, bro.
Yes, sir.
You got Tevin Farmer, you got Boo Boo and Devin Haney all been on the zone for a couple years,
and they're doing good.
And between the three of them, the only notable fights they got is Jorge Nunez and Jojo Diaz. Stop it. Between
I
three
do believe
fights.
that Tevin became a champion over there, and he went on a win streak before his loss.
Okay, bro. What notable fighters Tevin Farmer had? None. What notable fighters
Again,
Boo had? None.
JoJo
Again, I don't know the people in their weight class, but I do know that he was doing well because he became a champion and he went on a win streak before his loss, as I stated. The same thing with this gentleman here, Boo Boo.
What marquee fight have they had? What marquee
I
fight
don't know the
have they
marquee
had?
names at 160 besides Charlo and Triple G, sir. Who else is at who else is at 160?
You do know the only fighter that's not on the side of the street with Boo Boo is Charlo. What
Side
about
of the street? Side of the street.
Why he couldn't get Billy Joe Saunders? Yeah, he failed the drug test and still got a Canelo fight.
Because he fights at 168.
No, he moved to 168 to get the vacant title to fight Canelo. Did you not know that?
And he got the title, right?
No, okay. Can I say something to you, Troy?
Yes, sir. You can.
Do you know Boo Boo Andre and Billy Joe Saunders were scheduled to fight, and then Billy Joe tested positive for PEDs.
Yes, he did.
So then he went. No, hold
on.
Watch this. He went to 168, won a vacant title, got suspended again, and then won, and then got a Canelo fight. And this is what you boasting.
And what does that have to do with anything?
Look, you look at what's going on over there, bro.
The same thing that went on with Ortiz before he fought Wilder. He popped dirty and he got to fight Wilder twice. I mean, this is just boxing.
Ortiz didn't jump up to a whole nother weight class.
No, but he popped dirty. That's what the situation is that you brought up. He popped dirty. We talking about popping. Come on, man. These situations happen in boxing. You either have a point or you don't.
What we're saying is this: they was able to move Billy Joe away from Boo Boo, get him a little vacant title, and still get him a Canelo fight. That's the kind of moves they're making for them. Why he couldn't?
I think it was Billy Joe that moved himself because he's lazy. He walks around at 200 pounds, man. He's a fat boy.
You got an excuse for everything. You got more excuse than
no. I don't have an excuse. It's a fact. He walks around. He's a lazy fat gypsy. He doesn't stay in shape.
Are you a politician? Are you a politician? Because you'd better be running for office.
Nah, I ain't no politician, man. I'm just a dude who knows the sport, man. I don't get tied up in all this minutia. Facts are facts.
Sound like you do. Because we giving you facts and you showing up dancing.
You not get. You listen, bro. It doesn't matter. The fact is that the man won the championship at 168. You don't like how he won it. Hey, I don't really care.
No. You said no. I'm asking you. You said they make fights on the zone. We asking you why can't Boo Boo get a fight then? Why Boo Boo can't get Miguel? Why Boo Boo couldn't get Triple G? Why Boo Boo couldn't get Canelo? Why Boo Boo couldn't get Billy Joe?
Mandatory or something, and he turned it down. Isn't Miguel's mandatory and he turned down the fight?
So how you gonna bring?
And he turned down the fight, right?
So that
no. What's the name? Turned down the fight. I'm talking about not.
Miguel did.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's not that man's fault. That's the other dude's fault for turning it down. Yeah, what's he supposed to do if the man turned down the mandatory? What's he supposed to do?
Now you sitting there holding PBC and all them feet 2 to 5 for fight not happening. Now you got all these people on the same side on the same.
What is he supposed to do if the man is like, nah, I'm not fighting you? What is he supposed to do?
Sir, do you not see the contradictions in the words you said from one statement to the next?
No, because no contradiction. Dude was supposed to fight him.
Right there and ran off all these fights that PBC could make, right? Hold on.
He was supposed to fight him, and the dude said no.
Nah, Coach, we can't hear you. Can't hear you, Coach. We can't hear you, Coach.
Okay, go ahead, Coach.
Unmute yourself, Coach.
He's off mute, but we can't hear him. Why don't you go in and come back? Why don't you go out and come back in, man? We probably hear you.
I swear, I would get in trouble. I'm gonna hire you as my defense attorney, Troy.
Leave and come back in, Coach. We can't hear you.
Yeah, we can't. There you go. I hope he comes back because I know he wants to say something. That's why I went on mute. But listen, it's two different situations. What I'm talking about is this dude here. Yes, it is, man. Because yes, it is. Because we're talking about fights that are in-house that can be made, but they're just not getting made for whatever reason, right? Whereas over here, you have this dude who's a mandatory who says, nah, I'm not trying to fight him. I want to get some more fights in under my belt first. Are they supposed to sue him, or what? I don't know how that works. Can they sue him to make him fight, or how do they get him to fight?
So
Help me out.
in-house means a separate side of the street, correct?
Yes, man. We've been around this merry-go-round too many times. Yeah.
I just want to make sure you said that because you laugh like it wasn't supposed to exist when it does. You know what I'm saying? So
it's not supposed to exist. This whole across the street business never existed in boxing until a little scary young man by the name of Mayweather invented it. But go ahead.
Mayweather invented it?
Yeah.
It never existed before in boxing. Cross the street nonsense.
Hey, we can hear you now, Coach.
Okay, the question I had, what did you guys think about Rashidi Ellis calling out Bruce Ennis?
Think he about to get himself killed.
I like it.
Make it happen.
Yeah. Let it happen. He gonna get himself killed. Bruce gonna punish him. But I like the fight.
It's time for Speedy Rashidi to get some love, man. I mean, the guy been grinding for a long time. Anybody he can get in the ring that's gonna give him some notoriety, man, he deserved that. He's been putting in the work for a long time. Man. And Oscar De La Hoya ain't doing nothing but shitting on the dude, man. It's time to get that guy up in there. Why he not fighting Virgil Ortiz?
Yeah.
He just called out Bruce Ennis though.
Right. I think
I'm talking about Speedy Rashidi. Why he ain't fighting? They on the same state, they get the same promotion and stuff.
No, Rashidi, he's the one that called out Bruce Ennis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What he's saying is that if Rashidi with Golden Boy, why he ain't fighting Virgil Ortiz? But we know why.
Yeah, of course we do. That's an easy answer because from a business point of view, that makes no sense. We don't have to like that as fans, but that's why they're not fighting. From a business point of view, why would you have two of your guys that I guess that are young and up and coming fight each other now when it won't amount to anything? That's why they're not fighting. Just that simple. You don't have to like it, but it's the truth.
Yeah, but it's getting to a point where both of their fighters may be getting locked out a little bit too. Because if you get these fights, if you say Bud and Earl get together, that's gonna clog up that for a minute. Who are these guys going to fight? You know what I'm saying? Because if all the top guys is out there doing certain things, who is they going to fight eventually? Eventually, they're going to have to, lock up at some point. So it could, it's funny how it's working out, man. But everybody need to fight everybody, man. I'm with that. But
I agree with you, but I'm cynical as hell right now as far as where the sport is. I'm cynical with stuff.
I don't care. I don't care if the public believes a fighter is ready or not. If that fighter's calling you out, give him his shot, bro. Give him his shot, man. Plain and simple. Hey, it doesn't matter. Virgil Ortiz called out Crawford. Well, I don't believe he's ready. I don't care. He believes he's ready.
I agree with you. Yeah. I agree, which is a rarity.
Yeah, what did Canelo ever do to deserve the Mayweather fight in the first place?
Money. That was his introduction to mainstream. Come on, man.
Yeah, but
how that works.
What did he do to deserve the shot? Is what I'm saying. He didn't.
It was his introduction to the mainstream.
He earned the shot. He earned the fight.
That was his introduction to mainstream.
He ain't earned no
Mayweather fight.
He did earn the fight.
Mayweather fight.
The same way that Floyd put on Mayweather put on Alvarez. It's just come full circle.
Who did Canelo beat to earn that fight?
It doesn't.
Oscar Trout.
Exactly, but this is the thing. Mayweather, even though people want to criticize him, he had a method to his madness. They had like up under him, no matter if you want to call it, this is what I call it, like a welterweight round robin tourney under Mayweather, right? These two fighters fight. Whoever looked the best, that's who Floyd gonna target. Example, Maidana AB, right? Whoever was going to look good, whoever won that fight, Floyd was going to target because everybody thought AB was going to win that fight because everybody, I ain't going to say everybody, but the media was saying, the protege, the heir apparent to Mayweather when it was AB, right? Maidana won, Floyd fought him. Same with Shane Mosley. When he looked good,
he did AB.
He fought him. You see what I'm saying? That's what
he did Broner wrong in that fight.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
He
did Broner wrong in that fight. He did Broner wrong.
Yeah, but see that look at like he's saying that people are always bringing up Floyd about them things, but look at what Canelo does. He say, well, these guys ain't fought nobody. Well, Jamal beat Derenchenko. You ain't fight Derenchenko, but you still say this man don't deserve a shot. But you beat one fighter. According to my brother AK, you deserve a Floyd fight. So how was that the same? You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
Right.
And the big difference, like you said, even though people hate it and they talk about it, like I said, Floyd had a method to his madness. What Canelo does is
it's the same thing.
No, it's
No, it's
not.
not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Everybody Floyd fought, people thought the other guy had a shot to win, and that's why people paid to see
If that was the
Nobody
case,
ever thought they had a shot.
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is this. Floyd had a method to his madness. What's the method to Canelo's madness? It's not that if that guy
history
his last competition, right?
That's not history, bro.
He's float. Listen to what I'm saying, guy. He float from like he doing right now. He did what he did.
Floyd.
He did what he did at 168 amongst one of the weakest divisions.
That's not his fault.
And now I didn't say
his fault.
I didn't say it was. You know what's his fault though? Him choosing the fights, because Canelo chooses what opponents he wants to face. That's what his fault is. The same way he moving up to cruiserweight and fighting a guy y'all didn't hear of until he mentioned him, until y'all heard he was fighting Canelo.
What do you know about? What do you know about him? You know, Ricky Williams.
Troy.
What do you know about the guy he's about to fight at?
Floyd would have never fought the Yilderman. Floyd would have never fought them dudes right there. Every weight class. Floyd,
listen to this motto real quick, because this is Floyd's motto: right fighter, right price. Please don't tell me who that boy would have fought. Right fighter, right price is his motto.
Kaji, the face of boxing. The face of boxing right now got an L to that guy, right?
The who?
The face of boxing right now got an L to the guy you just said, right?
Exactly, and he actually surpassed the guy that actually gave him an L.
At 37 years old,
the guy that gave him an L.
How? At 37 years old,
undisputed.
That's what you running with. That's what you running with. That's the narrative you running with, bro. That's what makes you better.
And listen to me. Listen to me. This whole 50-0 is great and all. It's great to look at on paper, but his fights were boring and they were not memorable.
I know. One of them was born too. I know. When he beat Cinnamon, it was born too. Yeah, that was one of them. Don't forget
Cinnamon had that many fights before he fought him.
Floyd is a pay-per-view king. I can't say that
Cinnamon ain't went around.
Fights over again because they're just not exciting. They're just not exciting.
Can't nobody that I beat 12 rounds to none surpass me in nothing. I don't care what you say.
He surpassed him already. Undisputed took care of that.
Yeah. What happened when you was in the ring? What happened when we was in the ring though?
Undisputed. So you know.
How you going to surpass somebody who beat you?
Not just beat you.
Really? Okay. Really. So wait a second. You know, Leon Spinks is greater than Ali.
Did Ali come back and beat him?
Yeah.
In the rematch, but Floyd never gave this boy a rematch.
He didn't deserve it. I beat you 12 rounds to none.
Oh, he didn't deserve it. He didn't deserve it. He didn't deserve it.
So can I say what fans was asking for a rematch after that night?
And he came up in weight. And he had to come up in weight to fight him. He had to come up in weight to fight him.
I don't want to hear about the come up in weight, because the last dude Floyd fought was 200 pounds.
That's fine.
I don't want to hear about come up in weight nonsense.
That's fine. But he beat the man you bragging about. The man you bragging about, he watched him. The man you bragging about, he watched him.
He surpassed him already, so it's good, man.
You can't surpass me if I watched
him. Undisputed.
I beat you. You'll never be better than me if I beat you.
Okay.
You can't be better than me. And
I'm going to guess that, you know, Buster Douglas is a much better fighter than Mike Tyson, right?
Mike ain't get that back. They might get it back.
Huh?
They might get it back.
Mike's ass, and that's the last image we see of that.
Okay.
Mike been overrated. Honest with it.
Oh, Mike is overrated. So, you know, why hasn't any of the current heavyweights, you know, surpassed him since he's so overrated?
Lennox Lewis is a better heavyweight than Mike Tyson.
Lennox Lewis is not a current heavyweight. I said current heavyweight.
Current. What are you talking about?
Current heavyweight would be Wilder, Joshua, Usyk, White, Fury.
The problem with that, it's a matter of opinion. Again, Mike Tyson has
the problem is that current means one thing, that you're fighting right now.
You gonna let me finish or not, right? No matter what people say, Troy, people have a mystique attached to Mike Tyson, bro. They really do. The same way people have a mystique attached to Muhammad Ali. But the honest to God truth, Lennox Lewis was a better heavyweight than Mike Tyson. His career wasn't all that. It was real padded, to be honest with you.
Okay, well, let me tell you what. Youngest heavyweight champion, 3-time heavyweight champion, was a unified heavyweight champion. None of these current dudes have surpassed them in anything.
Great, but who you doing it against?
And Lennox Lewis' biggest win was Mike Tyson.
Who you
in the twilight of his career? Whoop-de-doo.
I wouldn't say that, but that's your
No, I
opinion.
don't think so.
What was his biggest win then? Ricky Williams. What was his biggest win?
It got to be Holyfield.
Lennox Lewis.
Holyfield beat Tyson too.
The Holyfield.
Yes.
Go.
Again, in the twilight of his career. Yes, great.
In the twilight of his career.
You see what I'm saying? Stop, y'all. Stop. Next.
In the twilight of his career.
Something else.
Lennox Lewis. Listen, Lennox Lewis had the opportunity to fight Mike Tyson at his best. He took $4 million.
So when Evander beat him, what was he at? Where was he in his career when Evander beat him?
Both of them were on the same level when they fought, bro.
So Evander beat him.
Holyfield was older than Tyson. Holyfield was older than Tyson when he beat him.
Okay, so that's a legit win
for Holyfield.
Yeah. But it wasn't a 37-year-old beating a 24-year-old either, was it?
Yeah, and he whooped Mike Tyson's ass. He wasn't no.
Hey, what about a 37-year-old that dusted a 24-year-old? What about that one?
I don't know who the hell you're talking about, so you gotta help me out with a name. Names.
You don't know a 37-year-old that beat a 24-year-old?
Names. Give me a name, man.
Floyd Mayweather. And the 24-year-old was Canelo Alvarez.
Okay, so why does he give him a rematch?
30. He's 37.
Right. He's still fighting. The last guy he fought was 200 pounds.
He said a rematch.
The last guy he fought was 200 pounds, right?
37-year-old, bro. You need a rematch from a 37-year-old.
The last guy he fought was 200 pounds, right?
Hey,
why don't you just give him a rematch?
Hey, is Canelo
take off the Trump hat?
Is Canelo giving Caleb a rematch?
He doesn't need a rematch. What do you need a rematch for?
See,
why does he need a rematch for?
I'm done. Hey, I'm gonna catch up. Hey, look, hold on real quick.
And exactly who is Caleb Plant?
Troy, let me say my
goodbye. Who is Caleb Plant? Who made who?
Troy, let me say my goodbye.
Who was Caleb Plant beforehand? Who is Caleb Plant beat?
Man,
who is Caleb Plant beat? Who's he beat? Who is Caleb Plant beat?
No, let Troy keep talking. Keep talking.
Who is Caleb Plant defeated? Go ahead.
No, keep talking. Say some more. Say something else.
I don't have anything else. Answer the question. Who is Caleb Plant beat? Who made who at 164? 168. Did Caleb Plant make Canelo? Or did Alvarez make Plant?
Can I say one thing though?
No. Answer the question. Who made who at 168?
Do you realize how much you contradicting yourself right now?
I'm saying.
No. I'm just trying to get you to answer the question. Who made who at 168? Who made who at 168?
You just got finished saying how these was major victories. Now you come back
and say who at 168?
Hey, Ricky, get your man out of here, man. Somebody get this man.
No. See, the difference between me is that I answer questions honestly. I don't care how they look on me. You asked me about Ward and his town, and the folks before I said Ward. I said Ward fight the better competition. I asked you a question 5 times. Who made who at 168?
We know that. We
no. I want to say it. Say it.
Who made
who at 168?
We already said that. You're making our point that we made to you.
Who made who at 168?
Neither of them.
I'm gonna say Caleb Plant made Canelo because Canelo can't be undisputed unless he somehow squeezed that fight out. And he only did it by that one punch in that one round because he was.
And that's the difference between me and you dudes. I don't go on emotion. I simply go on the facts.
Right now. Black Star, you
simply go on facts. You cannot help me out because you don't go on facts. You go on your feelings.
Sir, you the same one.
They're talking about emotion, bro. Ain't no emotion. That's facts.
How did Caleb Plant make Alvarez at 168? How? What has Caleb Plant done at 168 to make Alvarez?
Can he answer this question? Can he be undisputed without fighting Caleb Plant?
You just said. Like, what does that have anything to do with what you
Hey, you the same guy that sat right here and saying these was major wins. Now you coming back saying
I never said no major wins. That is an out and out lie. I said he fought the champions that were there.
They're not major wins?
I never said major damn wins.
Are they major wins? Are they major wins or no?
Major wins. I said he fought the champions that were there.
You're saying these fights is what made him better than Mayweather. So if they're not major wins,
no. I said being undisputed made him better than Mayweather. Mayweather's never been undisputed.
Who did he fight to get him undisputed? Caleb Plant, right? He fought Caleb Plant.
He fought all the champions. He fought all the champions at 168.
Who did he fight to get the when they say
he fought all the champions at 168?
Was he in the room with Caleb Plant when he did that? Was he not in the room with Caleb Plant when they said he was undisputed?
Of course, because he needed Plant because Plant had a belt.
So is it a major win or no? Is it a major win or no?
Mayweather will never be undisputed. Mayweather will never be undisputed. He'll never be undisputed, and his fights will not be remembered.
Floyd's fight will never be remembered.
His fights will never be remembered. He's boring as hell, which is why is he still fighting? Why is he still fighting, by the way? I mean, because if Floyd was any good,
my brother Troy,
why is he getting his hat snatched by YouTubers and fighting YouTubers if he's so good? He's an embarrassment. He's an embarrassment.
45 years old, bro.
Bernard Hopkins was 45 and fighting world champions. I don't want to hear that garbage.
I mean, I beat the face of boxing when I was 37. I beat the face of boxing when I was 37.
Bernard Hopkins was fighting champions at 45.
The man you bragging about Floyd beat him.
Okay.
The man you bragging about Floyd beat him. Watched him. The man you making all this noise about.
He beat him on points. He beat him on points, and he hasn't lost since.
Didn't lose around.
He beat him on points, and that's great. That's great. But the fact is that Floyd is not going to be remembered for his fights, only his pay-per-views. That's it.
I know one fight we're going to remember, the night he beat Cinnamon. We're going to remember that.
You're going to remember that.
You will too.
But why are you going to remember that?
You will too.
Why are you going to remember that?
I watch it all the time.
You will too.
Of course you do.
You will
too. Of course you do. I don't watch it because I don't find it exciting.
Yeah, we know you don't.
Are you a boxing fan or you an excitement fan? Which one is it?
He's a Canelo fan. That's what he is.
They go hand in hand, baby. They go hand in hand. Because I tell you the fight that I like.
I gotta go, fellas. Real talk.
When he fought Cotto.
Hey, I gotta work tonight.
Cotto was a good fight. Cotto was a good fight, but I have no need to watch that over and over neither. The man simply was a safety first fighter. He was, and that's it. He has no great fight to be remembered by.
Did he get dubbed? Did he get dubbed?
Even when he speaks, all he speaks about is his pay-per-view. He never speaks about his fight ever.
Does he get dubbed?
He speaks about his pay-per-view.
Does he get dubbed?
How are you a prize fighter and all you speak about is your pay-per-view, but never your fights?
Sir, let me ask you something. Do you really expect the man who naturally was 122 pounds to knock out a 154-pound fighter who probably came in 170 pounds?
Let me tell you, he was not 122 pounder when he fought at 147.
He debuted. His natural weight is 122 pounds.
But he fought at 147.
He fought at 122.
You talking about a teenager. You talking about a teenager who didn't stay at 122. You talking about a teenager who did not stay at 122.
Sir, what I'm saying is
147.
When he fought Canelo, that is his fifth weight class. It's his fifth weight class.
That's great. That's fantastic.
That's not
when he moves to cruiserweight, that's going to be his fifth weight class. Pacquiao has 8. Tommy Hearns has 6.
Bruh,
so 5 don't really mean nothing over here, do it?
Sir. Are you expecting a natural smaller guy to knock out a natural 154-pounder? Are you serious?
Who said anything about knocking out anybody?
You said his fights are boring. You just said he don't
boring,
knock
yeah. You don't have to knock people out to be exciting. Mike McCollum was a great fighter. He didn't knock everybody out. Pernell Whitaker, great fighter. He didn't knock everybody out.
Y'all. I'll catch y'all on the next one.
He's got it.
All right, my brother AK, man. Peace to you, brother.
Yeah, but you probably don't know who Mike McCollum is, right?
Are you nuts?
Don't do it.
Most of the time, yes.
Don't do it, man. Don't do it, bro.
Hey, bro, okay, just so you know, before you say something that crazy again, bro, I've been watching boxing since Ali. So I know who Mike McCollum is.
Really? No, since Ali?
Yes.
That's great.
I seen an Ali fight before. Have you?
Yes.
No, I ain't talking about replay. I'm talking about live. I'm talking about live.
How do you think I am?
I don't know. You sound like you're 12 right now.
Really?
Okay. Mike McCollum.
Yeah, because you'd be surprised how many people on here don't know who Mike McCollum is. Okay. They don't know who Pepe Carrera is. They don't know who Georgie Benton is. They don't know who Eddie Fudge is. They don't know who Tommy Brooks is. They don't know who Austin Moore is. And I can keep going.
Mike McCollum knocked out Donna Curry in the 5th round. His last fight, I believe, was against Roy Jones.
Right. No, that wasn't his last fight, but go ahead.
But that was one of his last fights. He was washed by then. I mean, of course.
Yeah, he was. And he was a great fighter.
He was washed by then.
He was a great boxer.
But we know who Mike McCollum is. Everybody, we know who Mike McCollum is.
Okay, well, thank you, man. Much respect.
All right. I got to go, y'all. I'll catch y'all later on. I got to get some sleep. I got to work tonight.
All right, bro. Take care of yourself,
bro.
All right,
now.
Appreciate you, brother, for coming through, bro.
Everybody leaving?
We're still here. We still rocking.
No, AKA gone.
Man.
We still
that
here,
was
Coach.
something else.
Yeah, man. Moving along.
Yeah, man. Hey, who else fight tonight, man?
The Zone got another card tonight too.
Me and Ricky gonna be fighting all day on this panel.
Man,
you fighting with yourself, bro. I'm trying to tell you. You fighting with yourself, bro. You ain't putting no money in my pocket, my nigga.
Man.
Hold on.
Yeah, but I'm glad this fight is happening tonight, man. We've been talking this up for the last almost 2 years, man. And it's time for Bud to finally fight one of them guys. And I'm glad that he finally doing it, because this is where we want to see what really is all cause in that. I keep hearing about this dog and everything like that. Okay, I want to see it. I want to see it out there. This is the perfect opponent for it. So anything he doing this fight, he getting credit for, regardless. So I'm glad that he's stepping up and doing that. And I'm hoping, I gotta pick Porter because I feel that way about Bud. But Bud has an opportunity tonight to show me something, and possibly win me over. If he can do that tonight, I'm hoping that it happens, because I want to be hyped about him and Errol Spence, because I can't get hype about that fight. I don't see it as a fight. But if he tonight he can show me,
right?
Go ahead.
And the fact that the man has a Hall of Fame career doesn't get you hyped.
Against who though? That's why I keep saying, bro. Against who though?
Oh my God, here we go.
I don't.
He has a Hall of Fame career with his
Dungo,
bro.
He has
Arturo Gotti's in the Hall of Fame, bro.
Yes, and he deserved it. He was a very exciting fighter. He's a very exciting fighter.
There's referees in the Boxing Hall of Fame, bro.
Yes. The Floyd is in the Hall of Fame with his boring ass. Yeah,
I don't care about that either.
Hey, Ricky, tell him who cleared the division out before he got there to get the undisputed.
I ain't gonna do all that, man. They don't want to do their research. I'm not teaching nobody no more, bro.
Who?
I'm not teaching y'all no more, bro. Do your research.
Who? I don't give a damn. So you might as well tell me.
I don't care. I don't care that you do or don't.
You all need it. You need a hug, man. And you need some real game too. So, go ahead.
Not from a man like you, that's for sure.
You damn right, not from a man like me. Shit.
Shit, the fuck?
Something else, man.
Bro, like I said, it's simple as this, bro. I don't care who win this fight. I don't care, bro. I really don't. I don't. This about this fight. It should be moving the welterweight division to where these guys start stepping in the ring again. That's all that matters to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like hopefully tonight mark the change in that, man, because these guys got to rumble. They got to get this all the questions got to be answered.
Black Stars, like I said, bro. If Bud saying if so-called representative of Bud is petitioning to get mandatory at the WBC, then Errol Spence not behind you, then right? Let's make that shit happen.
I blame Thurman for all this because it was a movement when Thurman was in there doing his thing, and when he stopped, everything just came to a standstill at 147. That's all Thurman's fault.
Thurman did that to Thurman.
Man, speaking of Thurman, man, what he doing? What is?
You broke up, bro.
Who is that? Who is Mr. Gumbo?
Nobody, because I got a fight wrong. He had nothing better to do.
Oh.
Even though what I say before the fight and what's moving behind a fight, which I specialize in the politics of boxing, I'm always right.
Yeah. And what's going on with Thurman anyway? Turning down fights for boots, man. He ain't got nothing coming up, ain't got nothing cooking. And he talking about he want to be back in the picture, but he don't want to fight nobody.
Thurman, the only way Thurman can get legitimate back in the welterweight division to me is to fight boots, bro.
Exactly. Yeah. Same here.
That's probably a good fight for him coming over. No, but they should set that fight up. He needs a couple of tune-ups before he jumps into that. So that won't be fair to him just to jump into a fight like that. But Thurman, man, I don't know if y'all know this, but he owns a couple of Allah brothers and stuff now. His wife people. So yeah.
Yeah, and I say
that was a great joke that didn't go far.
Yeah,
but okay.
No, what you said, Trey, about being fair. I don't think boxing should be fair to Thurman right now, bro. Right? Yeah. Honest to God, he don't deserve it. That's just me being honest, bro. He had to welterweight.
Knockout boxing 86.
He had to knockout boxing. He good, man. Yeah, boxing good, man.
Yes,
yeah. As far as Keith Thurman, bro, he had to welterweight division by the balls, bro. He could have made it move exactly how it should move, and he shitted on it, bro. So why should he get built up back to get a shot at an Errol Spence or a Bud Crawford? No, put him in there with the young lion and see if you can steal grades.
Yeah, he slowed down the progress of Earl getting undisputed, because if he had took care of the Pacquiao business like he's supposed to, we would have been had that third fight and possibly had the Bud fight by now.
Thurman don't get no love over here, bro. He fucked away the bag, bro. He fucked away the bag and a welterweight division, bro. And now everybody expecting, Thurman, like Errol Spence should fight Thurman. Why? Because when Errol Spence had to go across the water, it was the reason why he had to go the IBF route is because Thurman, a fighter in-house on the same side of the street, didn't want no smoke. So why should anybody give you any love, dog?
Yeah, that's big facts, man. That's big facts right there. And then the fact that you let Ugas go in there and take care of Pacquiao when you should have did it. Because me personally, I don't think Ugas is better than Thurman at 100%. But he went in there and
bro, with a bad arm.
Yeah, and shot that shit up, man, and just prolonged everything and let Pacquiao sit back and wait and put everybody off as long as he could, and really prolonged the whole thing, man. That's what I'm saying. It really pisses me off how boxing has done Earl with that, because he was one of the first guys talking that undisputed stuff before it ever came up. Now all of a sudden it's become this trend. Now everybody talking about undisputed, but wasn't nobody really on the tail of it. Earl was doing it first, but he has a hell of a time getting the opportunity to have it. Now all of a sudden the WBA wants to slow it down, tell Ugas they had a signed fight to fight each other. Well, never mind that. We need you to get into this tournament because we want you to fight this here, because they looking out for these other guys. Like what was it? Akma, I don't know the dude's name.
Stanionis.
Yeah, Stanionis. I mean, which is a good prospect, but who the hell is he? He ain't really earned a title shot yet. And what about the guy that just won the WBA regular? Some Russian dude, man. I don't even know. Yeah, what the hell, man? How him and Jamal James is fighting for that? Even Jamal James get the title when you got so many guys that are up there that Boots should have been involved in that. Virgil Ortiz should have been involved in that. Any of them guys. Before them guys get up there, them guys should have been there already. So boxing ain't looking out for him at 147, man. I don't like that. But when it comes to Canelo, everybody lines up and lays down. Just give him one of them 4 fights. But he waits till Benavidez gets out of there before he even talk about 168. And people ain't talking about that. Now, do I think Benavidez will beat Canelo? I don't know. After that last fight, I'm a little shaky on that. But the fact that he should have to fight him at 168, I do agree. And now that you done got undisputed, now you want to take off and run again. Now I'm going to go fight this other guy now, and you're going to avoid him. You're going to avoid all the other guys you've been avoiding. And I'm just going to keep fighting the worst in every division and keep running around hollering about how many champions I done beat. Even all these years, you still haven't beat more champions than Floyd Mayweather, but people still want to talk about you surpassing Floyd Mayweather because you got an undisputed. You beat a guy, Caleb Plant, which the more I look at that fight, man, I mean, you got to give the man props for getting undisputed. I ain't trying to take nothing away from him, but it's just got a bad stink to it to me, because he was getting washed, and all of a sudden you went and land one punch, and Caleb Plant looked like, I mean, he did a fucking Kovalev to me. Now it's starting to look like that to me. I mean, he just fell apart. I can see you got rocked or something, and you had to recover, but he couldn't recover after that. I don't think. I mean, because I seen Canelo hit him with harder punches earlier in that fight, and he take him and not even swaying to win. But all of a sudden, you got hit, and he was just like, everything is over. I don't know. It just I'm not saying a fix. It just looked bad to me. And the fact that they both was in the 11th round, I don't know, man. I don't know. It just smelled funny to me.
The thing too about Udinese Ugas, which I was talking about, man, what makes it look worse is the Ugas fought Manny Pacquiao in August, and he's being ordered to fight in the tournament in like October, November. Meanwhile, the Super WBA champion Murata up at 160 pounds, he hasn't fought since 2019. He ain't fought in 2 years, and he's being allowed to unify with Triple G in December. So it's like you're only trying to get rid of belts in one division, but not the other. So it's the inconsistency that reaps the corruption, bro. That's the real issue that if they were doing the shit all the way across the board for every weight class, I don't think it'd be too big of an issue, because at least it's consistent and you're doing it for everybody. And people don't like to talk about racism in boxing, but when you got down at 147, your Cuban champion is not being allowed to unify, but then up at 160, your regular champion, who is Erislandy Lara, who is also Cuban, he's being kept. Now all of a sudden up at 160, the whole getting rid of every belt don't mean nothing. You're not mandating your regular champion up at 160 to fight your super champion, but you're doing the shit down at 147. Mm-hmm. So it's just like you ain't doing the shit all across the board. That's what really that's what really gets under my skin. That's what I really look at. Like, damn, bro, like
Yeah.
it's one thing to say the shit, but then when you do the shit and you show us boldly that, yo, up here I'm gonna show favoritism to these guys, but down here you got to go fight in the tournament. Like, that shit don't make no sense, bro. And that's what people like. I don't think enough people are talking about that fact, because that's a big deal, bro. Like, if that shit was in any other sport, or if the UFC did some shit like that, or any other sport did something similar to where it was just so inconsistent and so bad for a sanctioning body or a commissioner or something like that, man, it'd be articles all up and down websites for it. You wouldn't be able to turn on your TV without hearing about that story. But something so big and such a big deal in boxing gets swept under the rug, bro. That shit crazy.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, bro. And then the fact that Ugas came back and legitimized his super championship status by beating the guy who previously had the title. So if anybody had any question of if he was worthy to have it, he proved everybody that, hey, I beat the guy who had the belt. So he validated that. Now that he validated that, now they don't back him at all. He can't say, well, I'm gonna fight. He can't have a voluntary of his own after he just won that. I mean, that's so unfair. You make good points on that, good brother, and you're absolutely right. I agree with 100% of what you said. And it just don't make no sense, man, because the guy earned that, and they already had a signed fight between him and Earl was already made. There was nothing nobody had to do but just allow it to happen, and they made sure that they stopped that. And that really pisses me off, man, because Earl he hasn't even had a chance to fight for the third belt yet. It's ridiculous.
And then you keep going, you dig into it even deeper, and you go look at Michael Fox's record. He still got a loss on his record, and Gabriel Master is still ranked above him in the WBA rankings. Like, it's crazy, bro.
Crazy, man.
It's boxing, man. It's boxing, bro. It'll break your heart every time, bro.
Yeah,
I just hope that whatever happened tonight, that ain't none of that shit in the game, man. I don't want to see no bullshit draw. I don't want to see the wrong person hand get raised. Exactly. Whoever rightfully win that fight, man, I hope they get the decision correct.
I hope Bud looks spectacular, bro.
Yeah.
Shit, based on his fan base, he better, bro.
That's what I hope he looks spectacular, bro.
He better, bro. There's no shade to him or nothing. Like, ride for your guy, but they ride like Canelo Alvarez got some fanatic fans, but Bud Crawford do too. So
yes, sir.
Bud better rise to the occasion, because they think that man turned rocks into bread, water into wine.
Man.
Shit, he can surf on a wave in the ocean without a surfboard. All that shit, bro.
Walking around
all that shit, bro. So he better. Winning ain't really gonna be enough. He needs to look like spectacular, bro, to live up to the hype they got that man. I've never seen it before. It seemed like for every fighter that I've ever heard, when I hear objective people talking boxing, they'll say, "Look, bro, who you do shit against matters. Like, you gonna look good against lesser competition. We gotta wait to see how you look against great competition." They just throw that shit out the window with Bud. It don't matter the age, how long how many times the fighter been injured, if they elite or not. It's just, Bud is that dude. Like, bro.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead then. He gonna have to show me though.
Facts.
All I'm saying.
You don't want to show me nothing. Man's a great fighter. he stopped every welterweight he fought.
Bud Justice League, man. He ain't got to show them nothing.
And again, it always comes
he
back,
stopped every welterweight that he's fought.
Right. Against who?
Welterweights.
Against who?
He stopped Horn. He stopped Benavidez. He stopped Khan. He stopped Kavalaskis. He stopped Brook.
Mm-hmm.
Brook. Yeah, every welterweight.
I think who you fight matters, though. That's all I'm saying, bro.
Of course it matters.
And last,
okay, so if you
matters.
fight,
Who is Spence fought?
If you stop lesser competition, then I mean,
how do you know that they're lesser competition? Okay, how do you know they're lesser competition?
Because of the fighters that they fought against, because how they have looked after him, because what they have accomplished after him, what his Poster done since Bud Crawford, a perennial loser, what his Gamboa done since Bud Crawford,
what has anybody?
Loser. What his mean
what has Mikey Garcia done after Spence?
What his mean machine done?
Thank you. What his mean machine? Oh yeah, well he had a tough fight against Ortiz and he lost.
He got knocked out by a prospect.
You didn't answer my question.
Mikey Garcia, he was a 4-division champion, pound for pound fighter.
No. What has he done after Spence? Because that was your question.
Ruined him. He jumped up.
So Spence ruined him. Crawford ruined every fight. Okay, well Crawford ruined every fight he fought at 130, 147.
They had nothing to speak of before fighting Crawford, bro. At least Mikey Garcia was a Hall of Fame fighter,
And Mikey
a
Garcia had
four-division champion before
nothing
he
at
fought Spence.
147.
We'll see
He had
tonight.
nothing at 147.
We'll
We'll
find
see
out
tonight.
tonight. I mean,
what
I
I'm saying.
can't wait till tonight. It's gonna be a great
And
fight. Hopefully, Crawford
yeah,
is as good as you think.
yeah,
he is.
what's the other guy? What's this other great welterweight he beat? The guy that Pacquiao beat and he flipped over. The personal trainer Aguilar. What's the boy name? The white guy.
I don't know. You
Oh,
tell me.
Chris
Algieri.
Chris Algieri, the great Chris Algieri.
Who said he was great? What are you talking about?
That's what I'm saying. You see what
I'm just saying that you said that Spence and them have fought all this top competition at welterweight. I'm just pointing out the people that they fought.
Okay, since you want to do this, Troy, you always do this shit, bro. You drive me
I'm
crazy.
all geared up for it.
Who on Bud Crawford's resume beats Mikey Garcia or Shawn Porter?
How in heaven's name would I know that?
Who would you pick? Who do you think is a better fighter? Because you would know that. Hold on.
I'll tell you what.
You would know that because
I'll
you're
tell you
already
what.
calling Bud. Hold on. You would know that because you're already calling Bud a great fighter, right? So you should know. You should be able to tell, right? So who do you think?
I'll tell you who will beat Mikey Garcia.
Who would beat Mikey Garcia on Bud Crawford's resume?
Velasquez.
Who?
Exact Velasquez.
Based off of what? Break it down for me.
Based off the fact
because I really do
okay.
this shit.
See, I can't talk when you're talking, and you can't talk when I'm talking. It just don't work.
I'm done talking. Break it down for me. How does he win that fight?
Well, number one, Velasquez is the bigger man. He's constantly throwing punches, and he's a stronger man. And Mikey has nothing to stop him with.
He has nothing to stop him with. You don't think Mikey has enough power to stop him? To get his respect. That's what you're saying.
Absolutely not. He didn't get Spencer's respect, did he?
So Velasquez is on the same
I can't tell you 147-pound fighter that he got their respect.
Saying, bro. He's the same as Earl Spence.
I can't tell you 147-pound. I cannot tell you 147-pound fighter that Mikey has the power to gain. I mean, who is he gaining their respect? It wasn't Vargas. It wasn't Spence. So name me 147-pound fighter.
He didn't drop Vargas. He didn't drop him. Did I watch a whole nother fight? Am I tripping?
He beat the shit out of Vargas.
I'll tell you what I saw in that fight. I'll tell you what I honestly saw in that fight. Every time Vargas hit him, he moved him. He didn't just hurt him, but he moved him. He does not belong at 147.
Who won the fight?
Next. I mean, come on, man. Next.
Who won the fight? Yeah, ain't no next.
Mikey won the fight, but that doesn't prove that he'll beat everybody that Crawford fought. That does not mean he'll beat everybody Crawford fight because we have no factual proof of that. We have a hypothetical conversation. I can say what I like.
And but you have no fact and you have no proof, and you saying the same shit about Bud, bro. It's just you on the fanboy. You on the Bud train. That's cool.
No. I'm not talking about Bud. I'm talking about Mikey Garcia because what you said is that after they fought Spence that Spence ruined them, and I said to you, okay, well after they fought Crawford ruined them.
And I'm saying that you're being very objective when it comes to Mikey Garcia. Oh, I saw this. He got to show me this, but Bud ain't got to show you shit. That's all I'm saying, bro. Like you
obviously he showed me something, which is why I'm coming out and saying all this foolishness that y'all talking about that he has to prove something. The man is in the Hall of Fame already. He has nothing to prove. Win, lose, or draw in this fight, right? He's still going to the Hall of Fame.
Clarissa Shields was in the Hall of Fame after her first undisputed, but she kept going. She kept fighting competition. Canelo Alvarez was in the Hall of Fame before he fought at 168.
What do they have to do with the conversation that we're having?
What does Bud being in the Hall of Fame have to do with the conversation? You threw that out there. I'm just saying.
Okay, good.
Stop boxing?
No. I'm putting that out there because I'm sick of hearing that he has to prove something. He has nothing to prove. And one fight with Porter doesn't prove anything. It does not.
An elite welterweight fighter. That's what he has to prove. He hasn't beat one yet.
Okay, wait a second. How is Porter an elite fighter? How is Porter an elite fighter?
What? Wait.
No. Do not answer a question with a question. Answer the question.
I'm asking.
He has fought. You name any consensus top 5.
I know about his resume, and I have a lot of respect for him.
And he fought them all to a very close fight, where some of those fights could have been either way, depending upon who was judging the fight. That makes you an elite fighter, bro.
You said elite. No. That doesn't make you elite. That makes you good.
The breaks off. Shawn.
I tell you what makes you elite. No. I tell you what makes you elite. If you beat all those fighters, Porter is a damn good fighter,
not
but he's
true,
not an
bro.
elite fighter because he didn't beat all those fighters.
If beating every top level fighter that you fight makes you elite, then Muhammad Ali was never elite. Fucking
Sugar
Marvin
Ray
Hagler
Leonard.
was never elite.
There's a ton of that. That's a lie. There's a ton. Okay.
Everyone loses.
You don't have enough knowledge to say that in boxing. You don't have enough knowledge to say that. So that's absolutely not
Who didn't lose? Who beat everybody they ever faced?
We're not talking about not losing.
Because you said if Shawn Porter was
Mike McCollum, listen to me, is a bunch of fighters that Mike McCollum fought who were top fighters. He beat every last one of them. Sugar Ray fought top fighters. He beat every last one of them, and so on and so forth.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
No, he didn't. He lost to Roberto Duran.
I said, and he came back and beat him twice, correct? He came back and beat him twice, correct?
The point is, you said Shawn Porter would have beaten all those guys. Top elite level fighters lose all the time throughout boxing, bro. There's hardly anybody
but he's not elite. He's good because if he was elite, he would have beat those fighters. He's good. He's very good.
Is Muhammad Ali elite? Was he elite?
No, he's the greatest. Much higher level. Much higher level.
Hold on. He can be the greatest. He can be the greatest losing to elite fighters, but Shawn Porter can't be elite losing to elite fighters.
I never said he lost. I never stated that. I never said that. That's you and your double talking. I know. I never stated that. That's you and your double talking.
Let me ask one question, bro.
Go ahead.
If Bud lose tonight, does that make him not a top fighter no more?
Absolutely not. It still makes him a top fighter. But doesn't change anything.
But he'll still, you said, with the elite fighter, however you want to classify it. If he lose that fight, then he'll be just as similar to Shawn Porter. He had lost to another.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
There's no consistency there, bro. Ain't no
absolutely not.
That reason.
Absolutely not.
Hey, let's move the conversation along. I'm sure y'all all see what's going on.
Because I'm sick of the foolishness. I mean, you all are saying the man's entire career is based on Shawn. No, because it's foolishness. Because it's foolishness to say that. It's foolishness to say that his entire career is based on beating Shawn Porter. That is foolishness.
No, not his entire career.
That is foolishness.
Not his entire career. It's the biggest fight of his career. That's not what
No, it's not.
This is the biggest fight of his career.
This is the biggest fight at 147 for him. It's not the biggest fight of his career. It's the biggest fight at 147.
Well, tonight, Bud got to prove that he can beat.
No, it's not.
He got to prove that he can beat Earl Spence. He got to prove that he can beat these people.
You don't have to prove nothing because he tried to get the fight with them. He tried to get the
I'm done, man.
fights with them and all that stuff.
Done, man.
Okay.
Boxing's a two-way street. You know why you saying it's Crawford that won't fight these dudes?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Boxing's a two-way street, isn't it?
He got to prove that he can beat.
Boxing's a two-way street, right?
Mm-hmm.
Boxing's a two-way street. If someone won't fight you, then they simply won't fight you. There's nothing you could do but fight.
We're gonna
fight the competition that will fight you.
See tonight.
Yep.
Yes, we will. And then by the 7th or 8th round, Porter will get TKO'd.
We'll see.
Yes, we will. And I'll be back here.
We'll see.
I don't see Porter. No, I don't see Porter going nowhere.
Okay.
Bud gonna have to
you have on sunglasses at night. You can't see too much.
He gonna have to prove that shit tonight. He gonna have to prove.
You ain't have to prove nothing. Nobody.
Even if
he can't lose, man. Bro. He ain't gotta do nothing.
Even if he lose, he's still the best, bro. I'm telling you, it's whatever.
He's still going to the Hall of Fame. Win, lose, or draw, it don't matter.
I don't care.
He's still going. You understand what I'm saying?
I don't care.
I don't know. I don't know anybody. I don't know any other welterweight that's going into the Hall of Fame right now.
Man, that Bud Justice League is something else, bro.
I don't know any other welterweight that's going into the Hall of Fame. You know, do you know any other welterweight that's going into the Hall of Fame currently?
I don't care.
Huh?
I don't care.
Oh, yes, you do.
Oh, I don't.
Yes, you do. Oh, okay. So the answer would be none. Correct?
Did you hear what I just said?
I believe I did.
I don't care.
I believe I did because the answer is none. I'm just saying the answer is none.
I don't care.
Okay, great. How you see the fight going, Ricky?
You want to get in, man?
How you see the fight going, Ricky?
To be honest with you, I don't care.
So why are you talking about it?
Because I'm a grown man in a free country, supposedly.
Yeah, but why would you talk about something you don't care about?
Again, Troy Graham.
I don't talk about my ex-wife.
I don't care.
Exactly. I don't care.
Right. So that's you. Are you me?
Absolutely not. I'm too pretty,
Okay.
baby. I'm too pretty.
You ain't pretty, Uncle Ruckus, but keep it to yourself.
Hey, I'm pretty. I'm pretty.
Uncle
I'll tell you
Uncle
what, I'm pretty.
Ruckus. Let's go, Uncle.
I ain't Uncle Ruckus, man. I'm Nate and Love from the harder they fall.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't Uncle Ruckus.
I know. Next subject, please. Basement boxing talk. It's like talking to like talking to a
Yeah,
wall.
boxing in the building. Oh man.
Basement boxing. How you doing, man?
Doing all right, brother. We're doing all right, boy.
You sound like my uncle.
His brother, man. Hey, you a hell of a guy, bro.
Yeah, and I don't drink or smoke either. Yeah, how about that?
Damn, man, he done threw me all the way off.
I don't know why.
We got oh, okay, yeah, here we go. We 2 weeks away. I forgot we 2 weeks away.
From what? Yes, sir.
Hey, y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I just want to make one quick point that's so funny, right? When y'all was talking about who Earl fought and going through Earl's resume, right? You do know that Danny Garcia knocked out Amir Khan and Earl knocked out Chris Algieri. Then them two fought. Amir Khan won and got a Canelo fight.
What the hell is that? What the hell does that have to do with anything?
Huh?
What does that have to do with anything?
You said who was he fought and who was Chris Algieri? Chris Algieri was good enough for Amir Khan to get a Canelo fight.
Go ahead, boxing basement, please.
This guy Troy, man. My man AK came back and defended himself, man.
I couldn't do it. He said, I gotta say something. Hey man, it's like whatever, bro. What you were saying about the 2 weeks ago, man?
Yeah, like I was saying, we're 2 weeks away from Devin Haney and Diaz.
And JoJo, yeah.
JoJo. What's your guys' opinions on that?
Man, I think it's a decent scrap, to be honest with you. I think Devin gonna outclass him though. But you gotta you gotta also keep a watch out. Just being open-minded that JoJo Diaz been in there with some talent, so he knows how to handle a boxer. You know what I'm saying? He's in there with a pretty good boxer. Tevin Farmer beat him. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, but I think Devin might be too sharp, but shit, we got to see it. You know what I'm saying? He might get in there and, you know what I'm saying, start crowding Devin, and Devin can't get his shit off. So we'll have to see. I think it's a good scrap, though. I think it's good that I don't know if you want to say he was pressured into fighting Devin or they made it happen, but I'm glad he got a notable opponent at this time.
And the funny thing is, man, we ain't heard from Tevin Farmer since he fought JoJo either, man.
Man, Tevin Farmer and Keith Thurman must stay in the same gated community or some shit.
No. Tevin's on IG, man. He's promoting his businesses. He sells like high-end cars like Maseratis and all that stuff, and he's doing a lot of promoting of his businesses.
Oh, that's cool. He comfortable, man. Comfy.
I'm saying we ain't heard from him boxing wise.
Real quick.
Okay, I feel what you're saying. TS boxing.
Hey, man, any female fights coming up that they know we should know about?
Next big female fight is Clarissa, right? Or what's the name fighting on what's the name card?
Raquel Miller's fighting December 2nd.
Who?
Raquel Miller.
I don't know who that is. Y'all gotta help me out.
Raquel, she fought in the amateurs with Clarissa. She's one of the top amateur female boxers for the USA. She's professional now. I believe she's 10-0 right now. And December 2nd is her 11th professional fight.
Yeah, and Amanda Serrano, she fights on the 18th. No, 12. No, she got a fight coming up, don't she? Amanda Serrano?
Yeah, I think so. That's on the zone, ain't it?
Yeah. No. Is it? It's on Jake. I think it's on Jake Paul's card or one of the
Yeah, she on the undercard of Jake Paul, which is I think
Showtime, right? That's Showtime.
yeah, I believe so.
I think we got to deal with Showtime.
Hey, did you guys hear that Richard Schaefer has a new promotional company out? And,
yeah, is that Parabellum or whatever it is?
Problema or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, Parabellum. Yeah.
Parabellum. Do you think it's going to make a difference? What's going on? Because right now we're talking about Top Rank and PBC. Do you think? Because Richard Schaefer, I don't know if y'all know that he was the one that ran the Golden Boys when Golden Boy was kind of at the top, but now they fallen.
Yeah. From what I heard, that from the rumors and stuff I heard, is that Richard Schaefer was a real good dude to work with in boxing. You know what I'm saying? So I think, especially with the downturn of Top Rank and the Zone, Golden Boy, I think it's good for boxers to have options. You know what I'm saying? So if it's a option where he can go, and I'm sure with Richard Schaefer being the name of the game, he's got more than likely have his money right. So I think it's good because Golden Boy really is 1 or 2 losses away from being non-existent, right? And then also Top Rank, I mean, they holding on their life to who they got right now. So
Coach went out. Battery was one dead.
Jumping them.
Yeah.
Jumping them.
I feel what you were saying. You had a good point. There you go.
But I think Schaefer is good for boxing. I think he's always been good for boxing. Hey, Basement, I got to get out of here. I got to go pick up my dog from the groomers, bro.
Hey, Ricky,
my brother.
All right, peace.
It was good seeing you. The 7th or 8th round, Ricky.
We'll see tonight, bro.
And also, Ricky, I want you to go to bed knowing that Dillian White will be undisputed heavyweight champion.
Shit. Everybody got to have a dream. Shit. Everybody got to have a dream. Shit. You better have something to aspire to. All right, y'all. Y'all take care of yourself. Make sure y'all hit the like button and subscribe to Basement Boxing Talk.
All right. Hey, you take care.
Salute, my brother.
Hey, Coach.
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, man. I was gonna ask you if you know the three. If you know the 3 brothers that box, what's their last name? Robinson boys. Okay, they started at Umar, and then they moved to Upton.
I don't know. Actually,
Muhammad?
I've been out the country for the past 5 years. So
Okay.
I don't know. I've been in India.
Man, what you running from a fat woman?
No, I went over there and I coached. I coached a couple of kids over there, and I coached a couple of kids, and that's what I love to do. Coaching boxing. So I went over there and got a job over there, and now I'm back.
I got to catch up with you, man. There's a couple of people I want to book on the show and interview them, like Russell, Gary Russell and him down, and the coach from Headbangers.
Who's that? Barry Hunter?
Yeah. I could get his number. I get Barry's number. Yeah.
Oh, you don't have contact with Gary Russell?
No, I called the gym, but nobody ever answered that, man. They told me it's best to just go down there, man, because I'm in Baltimore.
Okay.
Yeah, because Gary know Marvin.
Yeah, they all know each other. Each other.
But all right, man, I'm not gonna hog the show because I don't want Brother Basement to kick me out his house. I can see. Oh yeah, Black Star. Do you ever Did you ever check that cartoon out I told you about with the same name?
Oh, you know what? I ain't had a chance, bro, but I'm gonna check it out today for sure, man. Because I'm glad you reminded me.
Okay.
I wrote it down though. I hadn't got back to my note yet. That's all.
No, but I tell you what we should do, man. All us should get together, man. We podcasters that are of like mind, man, and start a game. Seriously, man. We should get with Soldier Boy. You know, Soldier Boy's in that business. He got money. We should start a boxing game.
Hey, that's what's up.
And I'm serious too.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad.
No,
Now,
that's real talk because they ain't
yeah.
came up with a boxing game for the PlayStation forever, but you can play Fight Night on Xbox.
I think we should do something more that's a little bit better than that.
What's
And
that, Coach?
I've been a little upset lately because I went to AIBA. I went to AIBA webpage, which is the head of boxing internationally, amateur boxing internationally, and the coaches committee. They have a coaches committee. Coaches that basically rule the world as far as coaching, and not one black guy is on the committee. Then I look at USA Boxing here in the United States. Their coaching staff, not one black guy is on that coaching staff.
How do you get on the staff, Coach?
You get hired. They hire you. Okay? But this is one thing I noticed across the United States is, we do boxing for different reasons. Some people do it for money. Some people do it to keep the kids out of trouble in their community. But also with keeping the kids out of trouble, guess what? We need to show the kids that we are responsible and we can run things. And I think with the way things are going, we have shown our kids that we cannot run anything. Okay, because everybody else is running things and using us. So my idea is that we need to make our own because and I'm not trying to be racist or whatever you want to call it, but they've been given the opportunity to include us, and they're not including us, but they're using our what we produce. Exactly. In these kids winning these medals.
Exactly.
But they're not using they're not giving us the opportunity to run. And what are we showing our kids? We're not giving them any type of a promise or hope to show them that they can run things.
Exactly.
So,
Coach.
This is what's been on my mind recently. Go ahead.
Yeah, Coach. I was gonna ask you a serious question. If you had the chance to start, a national a national, a boxing commission and the union, how would you go about doing it? Talk about the commission first. How would you go about starting like a national,
Okay, I'm glad you asked me
I don't know
that
why I'm
question.
stuttering, but yeah. Huh?
I'm glad you asked me that question because firstly, one thing we got laws, and right now, the law has been that USA Boxing is the governing body of all amateur boxing in the United States. This is federal law. Actually, they give it to the United States Olympic Committee, which in the United States Olympic Committee, they're able to say who they want to run it. But the USOC is over all Olympic sports. I think it might be like 52 Olympic sports. They're over it. Well, so what they do is they designate an organization, to run it. So So USA has been designated. Okay, so we would never be able to take over the, the national scene. But this is what I think we can do, and I thought about this. I want to start a start a brand or have a name. I'm not gonna. I already got the name, but I'm not gonna divulge it right now because I want this to happen. But what we do is we open up a gym under USA Boxing. We pay the gym fees. Let's say I'm in the DMV area. Open up a gym in the DMV area, and we title it so and so so and so. And then also that's you under that same title. We have one in Houston. We have one in Cincinnati. We have one in Atlanta. We have and we have coaches. We have the coaches and the members. We all come together, and you understand what I'm saying? That we're all one. Okay, and as far as the kids, I don't. It doesn't matter what the race of the kids are, but the people that's running it will only be black because we run nothing, and we need to show our youth we need to show our youth that hey that they can do as well. We're not being a good example to them, but once we get all these clubs, let's say I name it Boxing Club. We have Boxing Club DMV, Boxing Club Houston, Boxing Club Atlanta, Boxing Club Cincinnati. They will all have the same name. We will all be one. Okay, but when you go to nationals, guess what? We will not combine the team, but we'll be all under the same umbrella of Boxing Club. Everybody will have their own team, but then we will be able to have events amongst one another. Like Boxing Club Houston, Boxing Club Atlanta, Boxing Club DMV, we all come together and we have a tournament together, because they're not including us. They're taking our athletes, but they're not including us coaches. And I'm kind of and you know, and I've even talked to them. I want to be included. I know I'm one of the top coaches in the world. Okay, I got the highest coaching. They've got some three-star internationally. I've been to this class, and week-long class, and they don't know much. There's many of them that's getting this 3-star. They don't know anything. USA Boxing, they have this new certification, whereas you got to get I think a gold level or whatever, green, bronze, all these levels. I'm telling these people that's teaching the class, I've taught them. But yet, okay, I had a level 4 in USA Boxing. I got a 3-star internationally. I got both the highest. So now they come up with this new thing. So guess what? They can hire who they want to hire, because hey, this person got this certificate that they've given them, and the stuff that they're teaching to me is not conducive to good boxing. And I know somebody's over here talking about Floyd Mayweather being boring and all this stuff, I mean, I got to disagree with you, buddy. Okay, the dude is a great boxer. Okay, but you know, we got people that kind of talk like that, that's doing that's running things, and I think we need to make a change, and the only way we're gonna make a change is if we come together and make a statement, to these people that's running things, because guess what? They're in charge and they're not including us. We've given them opportunity to include us, but they're not including us. So what can we do? We need to move out on our own. And I hate to sound like that, but this is what I see.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, bro. And you know, I know it's always a stigma. You feel like, well, I shouldn't talk like that or whatever, but it's necessary, man. It's needed. It needed to be had. You know, I mean, you sit back and you look at a fighter like Canelo Alvarez, who has a whole infrastructure that supports him, that's all designed by his own people. You know, the WBC co-sign anything he do. You know, so not to say that we should have unfair advantages for fighters, but you know, we should have. You know, at least he's guaranteed fairness and it matriculates all the way around because you got Reynoso, you know, all of a sudden now he's growing in prominence now. All of the fighters of Latino want to go to his gym now. They're making that like the big deal now. And they're trying to change the structure of boxing, really, you know. And even a lot of the skills that we implemented into the sport, that we evolved and we made famous into the sport, a lot of the techniques, a lot of the head movement and stuff like that, you see people emulating, and people are taking it to themselves, and they're not really giving proper credit to where they're getting them from. I mean, you look at all these European fighters, they're trained by Black American trainers for the most part, you know, certain ones, you know. And there's a reason for that, because just like Kell Brooks said, it's different. It's different over here what we do over here than we do other places. You know, and we need to get credit for the innovations that we brought to the sport, because the way they carry on is like everything out here is Eastern European or Mexican. Like black people ain't never had anything to do with boxing, which is you can't be further from the truth. So, you know, we need to take control and hold our spot in this sport. And yeah, I like it, man. I think it's a great idea, and I'm with you 1,000.
I think the problem is, you know, I get on Clubhouse a lot, and I listen to some. Matter of fact, I go into this room that's called Our Mindset, and there's this guy by the name of Manny Fernandez. He's I guess he got into real estate, and now he's an angel investor. He's got millions of dollars, and he gives like a lot of free knowledge about how to make it. And you know, he was just talking about this guy, the guy that just got off of killing a couple of people or whatever. He just got off yesterday, and
Yeah, Kyle Rittenhouse.
yeah, he was talking about that. And okay, how he was like, how did he get off? And you know how he got off? Money. Hey, if you got money, you can do anything. It takes money. And he was just, explaining that if you want to do anything, you want to change anything, you can do it. But guess what? You have to have money. And that's the problem right there. I got to find some way to get money to make things happen.
And also to go into co-sign what you're saying and kind of piggyback with you. The main thing also is like the black fight fans, the black fan bases. We get totally disrespected, like we don't ever spend no money in the sport. Well, if we could somehow motivate them to actually come in financially with us, we got guys that can run things. We just need like you say, the financial support. So if that were to take place, where the fans would step up and donate and put into whatever it is, we could really infrastructure and make something. So I really feel what you're saying there, coach, and that really needs to happen, man, because we got young fighters and fighters in the future who haven't even started training yet. That's their future is going to be already determined for them before they get a chance to even compete. And like in saying coaches, man, it's going to be like almost non-existent in the way it's saying, because they keep trying to freeze all y'all brothers out, man. So we need to build an infrastructure where it's solid and it's firm. Like back in the day when Georgetown was playing basketball, and he used to get all his players from Dunbar High School, because John Thompson knew the coach at Dunbar, and he would automatically sit, and it would start a whole cycle. That's kind of what Eddie Reynoso was doing there, with his gym and everything. But we need that in place for us now, because if we don't take control of that, man, we're not gonna have a spot in the sport. We're gonna be always like the challenger, and it's always gonna be against the prospect. And the game is already a lot of times, our fighter is pretty much in a, he's going out there against a guy he's not really supposed to beat anyway. So it's like this, it's against him from the gate. So, we need to make sure that we give a good foundation so that less fighters like that going forward won't have to be in position like that. And that when they make that move, they can make a move with the assurance of knowing that, hey, I'm going to get a fair shake. And that's all you really can ask. You just want a fair shake.
Yes, sir.
completely lost as to what that has to do with starting a commission because that was the question I asked. I'm sorry. And there was a reason for me to ask that question, a serious reason, but I'm completely lost now.
It has a lot to. It has a lot to. It has a lot to do with it. Okay. And it's about starting the commission. Okay. Number one. Okay. If you start something, guess what? This automatic. They're gonna be against you. They're okay. It's almost like a. It's almost like it becomes political. Okay, it's like somebody is president of whatever, and then somebody else decides to run against them. Well, guess what? You just because you want to run and you want to do better, you created enemies.
Yeah, but you know what? I have no control over that, and that's not something that worries me. It really is. Because in all reality, this is actually that's what happened. A show on Wednesday night.
You're in a bad area, bro.
In the kitchen, that's why.
Yeah, I thought that was me for a second. I was shaking my phone.
Nah.
Step away.
Yeah, and it's just very important for us to have our own. And it also, another thing too, kind of goes with that, man, is like it's happening in the coaching ranks, and it's also happening in the sport of boxing too. It's harder you get a lot of fighters that 17 fights in, they fighting for undisputed, but those fighters don't never seem to be anybody with melanin. And you got guys like Bruce Ellis who's been out there for 20 something fights, and he can't even get a little subtitle. So that's all about making opportunities for us to be able to compete and get our rightful spot. Because you got a guy like Canelo running around here talking about he the best pound for pound, but he won't fight nobody to prove it. Our fan base say we got these other guys that we think could beat you, but he won't never fight until we can prove that. So he can run around perpetrating to be whatever he want to be because he has an infrastructure that supports him. I don't support that, and I wouldn't want to support no fighter in that endeavor. But I think everybody should get a shot. If a guy come out and say he could beat you, man, I don't care. Fight him.
I'm just way past all that, or to be honest with you, because my whole point in bringing up the commission and the union is that I'm in the process with a group of other people that have been doing this for years to actually do that. So I just wanted to get some ideas and tell y'all to jump in on the conversation on Wednesdays. This other stuff I'm not interested on. Once you start something, there's going to be a problem. And because you're black, it doesn't matter. You still have to get it started. That's the point. Listen, Coach.
I understand that clearly.
I understand you, but I'm not doing the commission.
I just want to ask you one thing real quickly.
Go ahead.
Okay, you said you got a group. How long have they been doing it? How long have they been? So why hasn't it been? Why hasn't it been materialized as of yet? That's the question.
Because Coach. Because of there's a lot of roadblocks and a lot of other things in the way. But listen to me, man. These things can get done. They can get done, and they will get done. I have no reason to believe that they will not get done. You're asking me the same questions that 10, 20, 30 other people have asked me. And if I had a definite answer for you, but believe me, I would give it to you. I don't have a definite answer. All I got going for me is that I know people that are actually much more knowledgeable than me. But see, I've come to this fork in the road, and all my passion and all my little bit of knowledge, now I'm stuck at that fork in the road. I don't know where to go. So I'm getting with the group and coming up with different ideas, but I'm running into the same blocks and carrying on. It's not about what I'm gonna focus on the commission, because as you know, we have one in Baltimore. We have one in Maryland. We have a boxing commission that's in Maryland. If you could go to Pennsylvania, they have a commission, totally different set of rules. Meaning, if you get knocked out here as a fighter, you could go right over the state lines here, a couple of state lines up, and go fight in Pennsylvania and put your life at risk. It shouldn't be that way. That's why we need a national commission, right? Same thing with a union. A union will cover the medical bills and a lot of other stuff. Like if a fighter dies and stuff, they'll cover the burial. Just a lot of different things that go in there because you have to install different tiers in those things. All those things take time, but the constantly I can't, and there's a reason why this and that, black and white. I'm not looking at black and white. I'm looking at this for all boxers, not for black boxers, for all boxers. When I leave
Okay.
this world, go ahead, man.
I would say I think we're talking about something totally different from each other.
Yes, we
Uh,
are. Yes,
yeah,
we are.
and I would like to add to you. So you got to understand, the law of the U.S. Okay, like some places, like let's say cannabis right now. It's legal in a lot of states. A lot of states is legal, but federally is not legal. So okay. What I'm saying is that you cannot make a state abide by the same thing. You cannot make each state abide by the same rules, because each state is different and they have their own autonomy. So you cannot force them unless it's federally, and then you're not going to have a commission, a boxing commission that's just totally federally, because it's a money making organization. These states are making money. That's why each state has their own commission. So that's a big problem. Money is gonna what's gonna stop you from
It's
from
going to
uh,
take
making something
money and
federally.
politics and a lot of other things. I know, I know, I know. I've heard this song and dance so many times already. But for everybody that's telling me I can't, all I'm asking you is to give me a reason how it can get done. I'm sick of hearing about what can't get done. Especially me in my mindset, I'm thinking to myself, nothing can't get done because I come from a people who were slaves and they walked across the land and killed their and got their freedom. Now, sometimes they got to the edge and their boat was waiting for them, and the master was right there on their heels. And instead of going back as slaves, they killed each other so they would not die as slaves. So I don't want to hear friggin' I can't because see, all
I
those souls are in me. I don't want to hear it.
I understand clearly. So if you listen to me real closely, so this is the way this is the way I see that you can do it. What you do is this: you get people within that's already in these other commissions. Okay, they already pay whatever dues they have, whatever. But guess what? You use them. You use them to intertwine throughout each state, or whatever state you want to include, or whatever whatever communities you want to conclude, and you make yours within what's already with what's already made. And that's my thought right now. We have USA Boxing, who is the governing body on over all amateur boxing. So what I do is this: guess what? The people that I want that's within USA Boxing, that's registered already or whatever, guess what? We're gonna pay your club dues, but we're gonna form our own within USA Boxing. So yes, they're gonna benefit off of us, but guess what? We're gonna have our own autonomy as well. Whereas we're not gonna be as if exist, because we're in a position as we don't exist, because because
Okay.
because 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 they don't give us any type of notoriety. They don't give us
Who's
any
the
type of
us you're speaking of,
positions.
brother? I mean,
So so
you're
so
still talking in
we have
separate
to make
terms.
our own. We have to make our own within. So I don't know if I help you out with that or
I
not.
get what you're saying, but there is no separate and equal here. I'm talking about a commission for everybody, not black and white. Or you know what? I tell you what, and I apologize, basement, because I'm passionate about this thing, and I didn't mean to for it to take off like this, right? So if you don't mind, man, if y'all last Wednesday of this month, Major Key at 7:30 p.m. The show is called Ring 10 p.m. 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Y'all can stop by and we can talk about it then, all right? Instead of me doing it over here and just kind of feel like I shouldn't even be doing it over here.
I have one last thing to say because what you just said, okay, and it's not to to denigrate you or anything, but I have learned, okay, because they have a national organization, they have a world organization, they have an opportunity to include us. There's none of us. I'm talking about worldwide. I'm talking about nationally. We are not included. They have an opportunity
Okay,
to include us.
okay. Well, let me
Okay,
tell you how I feel about that. I don't want to be included anywhere that won't include us. We could build our own. We don't need to be included anywhere.
and
That's the
that's what I'm
problem.
saying.
We don't need to be included in being included is what caused the damn problem in the first place. We don't need to be included. Build your own silently, and then if you choose to do business with them, that's fine. But you don't have to, because if you suffer with a purpose, then you're gonna succeed and let nothing stop you. Just like joining the majors was, you should have never joined up with the majors when you had the black baseball leagues. You should have never got with the ABA when you had the black basketball league. You should have never did a lot of things. We didn't need to. We could have suffered and built our own and been on equal terms with them, but we always had to join up. Why? I don't want to join
Joe,
anybody.
that's the unifying point right
I don't
there,
want
bro.
to join with a damn person. But when it comes to the commission, it's for boxing, period. It's not for black and white, it's for boxing. Does everybody understand what I'm saying? It's not a black
Look,
and
no,
white thing, it's for
yeah,
boxing.
no, it is because just like the brother said, they are not including us
God,
into.
it's not a black and white thing, it's a national commission for all boxing.
You're not
There's no black
understanding,
and
man.
white there.
I think you're missing. You're not listening well. Okay, if it's
I'm
for
listening
all,
clearly.
why is it not one black person on the coaching staff? Why is it not
Okay,
one black
okay, you
person
talking about
on
coaching.
the coaching
I'm talking about a national
on the
commission that has
coaching
yet to be
committee?
built. Okay, you talking about a coaching committee. I'm talking about a national black commission has not been built yet.
No, I'm talking about okay. We want everybody to be a part of this national team. We want everybody, and guess what? I mean, we can apply, but we're not accepted.
Well,
Okay,
It's a national, it's a
we can
national
apply
boxing
to
commission.
we
There
can
is no
apply to
black and
be
white here.
we can apply to be nationally. And I'm not talking about color. I'm talking about nationally American. But okay, they don't have anybody of my color that's on that level.
That's a coaching issue that you're talking about. I'm not there. I'm dealing with the commit. I'm talking about a commission that's yet to be built.
I think you're not quite understanding.
Okay, okay. Well, what are you talking about?
Okay, what I'm talking about is this. Okay, we have USA Boxing, who is the national governing body of amateur boxing in the United States. So they're the ones that go to the Olympics and representing our country. This is amateur boxing. Okay, they represent our country when we box in the world championships and all the big international tournaments. Okay, now uh, uh, to for our boxers to get there, they have to compete. They have to compete in the local tournament. As a matter of fact, now they just go to national championships. And if you're at the top, guess what? You're selected to represent USA Boxing, the national governing body. Okay, but who is is teaching these kids to win at the national level? Okay, these are black coaches. But guess what? a black coach does not work for the national team and then therefore is not going to the Olympic Games, they're not going to the World Championships, but our black kids are. So they're being taught on a grassroots level, but the grassroots levels that's teaching them are not advancing. They must stay at home. And I don't think that's the right thing to do. And in my opinion, these people that's on the national level, they don't have the credentials to be on the national. They haven't boxed before. They haven't created champions. The grassroots levels are the coaches are the one that created the champions, but they're getting all the credit. I don't know if y'all lost me or what.
No, we heard. We heard. I heard you. We hear you. We hear you.
So, and then also after the national level, there's an international federation called AIBA, and they have a coaches committee also. And all the coaches on that committee are not of our color. Every last one of them. And this is, to me, this is just straight up racist. Something is going on because, you know, there's more people that's boxing in the international tournaments that are of our color, but the coaches are not. Something is not adding up, and it's not right to me. I know I'm one of the coaches that's been trying to get there for years. I've even went to the guy that's the head of the international circuit. And I said, hey, I would like to, be a part of this group. I would like to help teach. You know what? They just laugh. They don't say yes. They don't say no. He just laugh, like I told a joke or something. And I'm like, okay, well, you know what this means? We need to create our own. And if people don't believe me, we don't need to create our own. Hey, I feel like I need to create my own, and that's what I'm going to do.
Yes, sir. Mm. Troy. Oh. With that being said,
Yeah,
what else?
about two separate different things, man. He's talking about a coach. Talking about that. I'm talking about a boxing commission which covers boxing. Two separate things. I already know about what he's talking about because I have these conversations with a whole bunch of coach. Well, with a coach that I know, the coach that he knows. So I get it, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a national commission which governs boxing overall. So we're talking about two different things.
Yeah, and I understand what you're saying because guess what? It's too much money involved because that's why you have all these WBC, WBA, WBO, and many more. And then you have every state has their boxing commission. That boxing commission is boxing, wrestling, and it's combat sports. They have their own, and it's political because the people that's in charge of running those commissions are put in place by whoever the local mayor is or the governor. These are positions that are uh, uh, what do you call not nominated and elected. These are the elected official, whether it's a governor or whatever. They have the power to decide who's going to be their commissioner for combat sports, commissioner for health and safety. These are political positions that people are putting these positions, and they're paid. They're paid. Uh, they're paid for these. They're paid for these positions. Now, when someone is voted out, then guess what? The new person that comes in, they get to pick who they want, and that's just it's political, man, and it's gonna be difficult to try to get a national one and move these people out because it has to do with a lot of money.
Yeah, we still here.
I can say I wish you luck, man. I wish you luck, but uh, first I think you need to break down the dichotomy of how the commissions are built. Break it down and see how they are built, what they are, what's the structure and how they have been developed, and what their functions are, and then you will understand, that this is a political system that they're using.
Yeah, he didn't jumped off. Maybe his phone didn't die or something too, Coach. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not trying to discourage him and tell him that it can't be done, but it can't be done.
It's cool. So, what's your final thoughts on the fight tonight, Coach?
Man, I like both of those guys. I've been on the national team and coached both of those guys, and I just say that, hey, may the best guy win. I'm not gonna, I'm for both of them. I wish both of them could win. I know it's not gonna happen, but I just wish that both of them put on, give their best and put on an excellent show. And I think they're definitely gonna put on an excellent show.
That's cool. Well, Black Star on the panel in the chat. He said Porter with the upset. Hey, I wish it would. I wish it would be. I can't. Oh man, my vision. I hate to say this, because y'all know on this show I haven't been going for Bud Crawford, but he's finally fighting a top level competition. For some reason or other, I got Terence Crawford, man. I got Terence Crawford winning the fight. And the crazy thing is, I got Terence Crawford stopping Shawn Porter. I'm not saying he's gonna knock him out. Either the ref gonna stop it, or somehow or another is gonna get stopped. But I got Terence Crawford in 10th round. Yep. Coach, appreciate you coming out.
And thanks a lot for inviting me. Basement Boxing Talk. I really appreciate you. If I could be on here every week, I, I would give my best to show up because I enjoy your shows, man, and the different opinions and the knowledge that your crew that comes on and speak about it, your knowledge. I really appreciate it, man. Thanks a lot.
No problem. I appreciate you for even coming out and you spreading your knowledge that you get with the boxing game and giving us a different point of view of boxing. Hey, I'd like to thank everybody who came out on the panel. My good brother Black Star Sports TV 2.0. Good brother Ricky Williams. Oh yes, subscribe to my good brother Black Star Sports TV 2.0. Subscribe to his channel. Subscribe to his Instagram, Facebook, Black Star Sports TV 2.0. Like I said, thanks to my good brother Ricky for coming out. AK the Apostle. Follow them guys, Ricky Williams, AK the Apostle. Uh, Thanks, Coach Leon, for coming out like always. I'd like to thank everybody else in
All right, salute. Basement Boxing Talk. You take care.
Yes, sir. Let's go through. We're gonna go through. Salute to Bruce Goes. Salute to Let's Talk Sports. Salute to my man Mike 202 was in the building. Salute to Troy for coming on the stage. He he kind of shakes up the panel sometime. But good shout out to Troy, man, for coming through, man. Appreciate you, brother. Let's see. Salute to God Body News for coming through. Salute to Mr. Scott for coming through. Salute to Mr. Shelton for coming through. Salute to Sir Ken for coming through. Mr. Gumbo for coming through. Appreciate everybody for coming through, man. Hey, yeah, like I say, I'm finally giving Terence Crawford his props for fighting a top level welterweight fighter here. And there it is. We finally got a fight. And unfortunately, for some reason, man, I got Bud stopping. I got Bud stopping Porter, man, in the 10th round. I got him stopping this fight in the 10th. For some reason. Hey, I've been known to predict him, and I've been known to be off. I appreciate everybody for coming through, supporting the channel. Tell your people, hit the subscribe channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. I appreciate you guys for coming through, man. It's your boy Basement Boxing Talk, man. And it's been real. And the show is out. Peace.